Razorback athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
My name is Adam Gray. I have so far lost 32 patients to COVID-19, and I've consoled people who contracted the virus and gave it to a loved one who then died. And this is breaking my heart. A very large percentage of the people in Arkansas right now that are being hospitalized are under the age of 40 and almost exclusively unvaccinated. We need this to end.
Get your vaccination. Learn more at healthy.arkansas.gov. This message brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health.
All right, guys, we really need a miracle right now.
You're telling me those guys are monsters?
I've tried every play in the book, guys.
Not every play.
You mean the Hot Springs?
You want to win, right?
We haven't run that play since Jackie Robinson played Hot Springs spring training ball.
Go for it.
All right, it's the Hot Springs on 3. Hut, hut, hike. To learn more about the rich sports history in Hot Springs National Park, visit hotsprings.org.
At Simmons Bank, we've been helping our customers' dreams come true since 1903. We have the products and services fit for you and the tools to help you manage your finances with ease and security. Whether you're saving and investing for the future, starting a new business, or buying a new home, we're with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank is proud to support Friday Night Football in Arkansas. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Arkansas state parks are your passport to all kinds of adventures. And camping is just the beginning. Our parks can take you hiking, kayaking, mountain biking, fishing, and some of them can even take you back in time. Our 52 state parks offer fun, adventure, history, and so much more. So pick up your passport at any state park visitor center. Visit arkansasstateparks.com and see where we can take you next.
Welcome back to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. I'm Michael Westbrook. Still a bit under the weather today, so thanks for hanging with me on this show. I don't have my full vocal strength this week. Do hope that you are getting ready for your local game and ready for a great Friday night of high school football wherever you might be watching a game this week. It's time to talk classifications 3A and 2A football in the state of Arkansas. And we'll start first with our 3A Rex's Road to the Rock rankings. Number 5 is Center Point. The Knights are 5-0. At number 4, we have Osceola at 3-2. The number 3 team in Class 3A, the Boonville Bearcats, they're off to a 2-0 start in Region 3 in Class 3A Region 4. Number 2 team, McGee, they're 5-0. They beat Lakeside last week, 41-14. And as what has been the case all year long in Class 3A, Prescott is the number 1 team. They're 5-0. The Curly Wolves won 56-0 last week against Falk. Our Aurora 3A game of the week features Glen Rose at Bismarck. Glen Rose is coming off of a 40-7 win over Genoa Central. And joining us on the CenterPoint Energy studio line is Mark Keener to talk about this Aurora 3A game of the week. Coach, let's talk first about your team at the halfway point of the season and now about to play your third conference game. Where do you feel your team is at right now? What are some of the positive things that your team is doing?
I think we're in pretty good shape. I mean, our numbers are not, overall numbers are not where we'd like them to be, but I think our guys have kind of grinded things out, have come together as a team, and are, pretty much playing good fundamental football in all 3 phases of the game.
Coach, the opponent this week is 4-1 Bismarck. What is it going to take to be successful against this Lions team?
Definitely got to stop their passing attack. Really, really good quarterback, probably one of the best in the conference. Got 2 or 3 receivers, run great routes, can run. The one thing we don't bring to the table is speed, and a couple of these kids will take a 5-yard or under route and turn it into a big play. So anytime you got athletes like that in space, one-on-one, creates problems for us. We're going to have to do a really good job of tackling in open space and get these guys to the ground.
So a little more on that, Coach. Where does that come from to make those stops? Is it the linebackers that you have to count on? Is it the secondary? A little bit of both, I guess, perhaps?
We got to play leverage, man. Yeah, we got to. If the guy's an outside leverage, he better be there, turning back into his help inside, and if it's vice versa, it is. But, for us, one-on-one situations for us are not good. It needs to be a 1 on about 3 to 5 for us to be able to be successful, and we got to get a lot of guys running to the football.
And lastly, Coach, just a bit off script here. I'm the behind-the-scenes guy on the Ouachita Football Network with Rex Nelson and Jeff Root, and I was talking to them this week, told them I was going to interview you, and they told me to find out what was it like scoring that game-winning touchdown in the 1982 Battle of the Ravine.
Oh, well, those guys were really in bad shape. They're going back to 82. I've been in Battle Ravine games, but Coach Keener was 88 to 91. So, those guys, I'm not quite that old. See, I'm not that old. See, come on, man. Those guys are dating me a little bit. Yeah. So, no, it's always great to talk to Ouachita people and alumni. So, the program's continued to do good, and proud to have graduated from there. But I wish I would have scored that touchdown in 82.
Oh, we had some fun there with Coach Mark Keener. Well, he missed his years at Ouachita by a few years, off a little bit. Sorry, Coach Keener. Didn't mean to make you older than you were. Other games in Class 3A. Harding Academy at Riverview. Two Rivers at Perryville. Baptist Prep at Paris. Horatio at Fouke. Pine Bluff Dollarway at Barton. McGee at Camden Harmony Grove. Centerpoint at Prescott. Genoa Central at Jessieville. Smackover at Risen. And Drew Central at Lake Village. As we move on to Classification 2A on the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show, our number 5 team is the Fordyce Redbugs. They're 3-2. They had a 28-12 win over Carlisle last week. The number 4 team in the Rex's Road to the Rock rankings is the McCrory Jaguars. They won 22-18 over East Poinsett County a week ago. Number 3 team is Clarendon. They're 3-1. Desark sits at number 2. They're 4-1. And the Bigelow Panthers are 5-0. They had a 35-8 win over Yellville Summit, and they're the number 1 team in the Rex's Road to the Rock rankings in Class 2A. Our Aurora 2A game of the week features Junction City at Fordyce. And other 2A games, Mountainburg at Bigelow, Johnson County Westside at Conway Christian, Mount Ida at Magnet Cove, Hazen at Desark, Murfreesboro at Mineral Springs, Parker's Chapel at Bearden. Stay with us. You're listening to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show.
For over 70 years, we at the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas have had our game face on. Our passion for delivering reliable, affordable power to every corner of Arkansas is stronger than ever. And with 17 electric distribution cooperatives, we cover more than 60% of Arkansas. That's power to more than 500,000 homes, farms, businesses, winter, spring, summer, and cool fall football Friday nights. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, powering the thrill of Friday night lights.
I'm Rex Nelson. Outside of the state's natural beauty, the thing that strikes me most as I travel Arkansas is the junk in yards and trash along the highways. In a place that markets itself as the natural state, we've too often been guilty of, at best, ignoring our natural treasures, at worst, polluting and littering them. Let's take pride in our state by keeping it litter-free. Visit KeepArkansasBeautiful.com to get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
A smile is a powerful thing, especially when it's protected by the nation's largest network of dentists, Delta Dental. Not only is a healthy smile a good indicator of your overall health, it also comes in handy when you're stealing the fries off your friend's plate, even though you didn't want fries. But here you are, smiling that healthy smile of yours, taking one after another. Schedule a checkup today and unleash your smile power with the affordable insurance plans from Delta Dental of Arkansas.
When it comes to heating my home, my water, cooking meals, or drying clothes, nothing beats natural gas from CenterPoint Energy. It's my most affordable option. It costs less to use than most other energy sources, and it's easier on the environment. So if you already have natural gas, keep it. But if you're replacing an appliance, choose it.
To learn more about enjoying the benefits of a natural gas home, visit centerpointenergy.com/natural gas benefits. CenterPoint Energy. Always there.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, make plans for your visit to the Saracen Casino Resort, only 40 minutes from downtown Little Rock. Play this month to win your share of up to $100,000 in prizes, including an awesome top-of-the-line Ford F-150 Platinum pickup truck from Trotter Ford. Every Saturday night in September, Saracen will give away thousands of dollars in free slot play. Then on September 26th, be on hand for your chance to win that Ford XLT Sport F-150 pickup. Saracen is Vegas, Arkansas style. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
At Simmons Bank, we've been helping our customers' dreams come true since 1903. We have the products and services fit for you and the tools to help you manage your finances with ease and security. Whether you're saving and investing for the future, starting a new business, or buying a new home, we're with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank is proud to support Friday Night Football in Arkansas. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Did you know you can save lives and help flip the script on organ and tissue donation in Arkansas by
flipping a burger,
flipping your hair, or doing a flip with friends?
20 people die every day waiting for organ transplants. Take the Aurora Flip It for Life challenge and help us increase organ and tissue donor registration in our state. Share on social media, tag Aurora, and use hashtag FlipItForLife. Learn more and register to become an organ and tissue donor at flipitforlife.org.
Welcome back to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. In our final segment, I visit with Nate Olson, the regional editor of Scorebook Live. He's all over the state of Arkansas covering games and writing features. He joins us now on the Centerpoint Energy studio line. Nate, let's talk 7A football first, because last week was Conway and North Little Rock, and that was just a huge game, kind of flipped the rankings a little bit. And Conway's got another big game again this week. So talk about Conway and North Little Rock.
It was a great game by Conway. Going into that, I said that turnovers were going to be big. They forced 6 against Bentonville, and they won, and felt like their defense needed to be opportunistic. They forced 4 turnovers, scored on 1. Huge part of the game. Randy Sandiford told our reporter after the game, I saw what our kids' faces looked like when we got punched in the mouth, and I didn't like what I saw. That's something they're going to have to kind of correct moving forward, but they were shell-shocked a little bit. Conway came out immediately and was real aggressive defensively and set the tempo for the rest of the game, and North Little Rock never really recovered.
And another game you're watching this week, Nate, is Valonia and Harrison. What can you tell us about that game? Why should others take an interest in that contest?
A couple weeks ago, Harrison was shocked by Farmington. They had a 25-point lead evaporate. There were some block punts, some other turnovers. Farmington got the best of it, snapped a long winning streak within the league. That's probably stuck in Harrison's craw a little bit. Now Greenbrier comes undefeated. They've got a high-flying offense with Cooper Wilcox. He can hurt you with his feet and his arm. He's very dangerous. I know that Greenbrier has Harrison's attention. They're ready for him. I think Farmington snuck up on him a little bit. That won't be the case here. Greenbrier hasn't played the most loaded schedule, but this is a big game for them if they can win it. It's a step closer for the conference championship, which is going to be very competitive. Harrison has a great quarterback in Logan Plumlee, one of the more improved players in 5A, 237 yards passing last week, and Brody Gillum is a good linebacker for them, but he stepped up as a running back last week, ran for 130 yards. Harrison's going to try to control the ball, the clock, playing at home. It's usually a great advantage for them. This will be a really good game, and it'll be a good measuring stick on how good Greenbrier really is.
All right, that's Nate Olson, the regional editor of Scorebook Live and the co-host of the Vaccinate Arkansas High School Scoreboard Show. Nate, thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks so much to Nate Olson, the regional editor of Scorebook Live, for joining us on our Centerpoint Energy studio line. You can catch him on this station after your local game from 10 to midnight with host Rex Nelson on the Vaccinate Arkansas High School Scoreboard Show. That's going to do it for yet another week. This presentation is brought to you by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Gift Arkansas 529 Education Savings Plan, Hot Springs Convention and Visitors Bureau, Keep Arkansas Beautiful, Arkansas Delta Byways, Simmons Bank, Saracen Casino and Resort, UAMS, Vaccinate Arkansas, Centerpoint Energy, Arkansas Prostate Cancer Awareness Foundation, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Delta Dental, Arkansas State Parks, and Aurora. I'm Michael Westbrook. Thanks for listening to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show.
The following is a special sports presentation from the EAB Sports Network.
It's time for Nettleton Raider football on 94.1 Bob FM. Presented by NEA Baptist, First National Bank, Kavanaugh Auto Group, Jonesboro Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, St. Bernard's, Domino's Pizza, and Real Estate Nate. Now let's go to the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and join Craig Miller for the First National Bank pregame show.
Yellow again, everybody, and welcome to Week 6 of the 2021 Nettleton Raider football season. Tonight, we are in Paragould, where the 5-0 Raiders are taking on the 0-4 Paragould Rams. My name is Craig Miller, and I am joined in the NEA Baptist broadcast booth by my tag team partner for tonight, making his broadcasting debut, Nettleton High School Principal David Shipman. Coach, welcome to the booth.
Thanks, Craig. I look forward to working with you, and I hope I don't let you down.
I got no doubt you're going to do great. Mr. Shipman is what we call him at school. He is filling in for Andy Shatley, my normal broadcasting colleague, but he had prior commitments tonight. We sure do appreciate Mr. Shipman filling in. That'll be the last time I call him Mr. Shipman. From now on, I'm going to call you Coach, because that's what you were whenever we met.
Exactly. That was my previous life and a great part of my life.
Well, glad that you're able to kind of sort of revisit that part of your life tonight, and we appreciate you filling in for us tonight. Let's talk about the game from last Friday night. The Raiders moved to 5-0 as they defeated Brooklyn 47-7. Coach, I don't know about you, but I felt like the Raiders looked as good last Friday as they have all season long.
I agree, Craig. What I liked about it, they came in with a working attitude. Let's get the job done. Let's take care of it. Let's play hard on defense, play mistake-free on offense for the most part. Did what they needed to, got the score, got it up, kept the defense on, off the field, kept the offense moving. Looked a lot more improved each week like you hope as a coach.
Impressive victory for sure. And we got the Rams tonight. I tell you what, we're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll tell you all about tonight's matchup, including the history of this rivalry between Nettleton and Paragould. After this 2-minute break, you are tuned in to Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Source Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Bring anything to Pack Mail, and they'll pack it, ship it, crate it, freight it, no matter how big, fragile, or awkwardly shaped. Since 1998, Pack Mail has been your #1 shipping source, the only authorized shipper of all the major carriers: UPS, FedEx, DHL, the Postal Service, and freight services, all in one store. At Pack Mail, you have choices. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
Trey, we are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
See, I told you, Pack Mail ships anything, anywhere, through any shipper. Pack Mail, voted the #1 printing, packaging, and shipping store in Jonesboro. Don't trust your shipping needs to just anybody. Trust Pack Mail. 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
Did you know for the first time in years, a percentage of positive drug tests has increased among workers due to increasing use of methamphetamines and marijuana? Employment drug testing is a powerful risk management tool that provides a safer, more productive workplace. It helps decrease employee turnover and absenteeism, reduces employer risk, and lowers workers' compensation incentive rates by reducing the chance of accidents and injury. A drug-free workplace program can ensure that you have a safer, more productive workplace. National MedTest Incorporated is a company who specializes in this field. Give them a call today at 931-1993 and set up a program that's right for you to make your place drug-free. National MedTest Inc., making businesses and schools drug-free.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document systems dealer in Jonesboro. That's right, since 1965, Forrest Office Machines has provided dependable office equipment and reliable service. We follow the equipment journey through all kinds of changes and developments, always on the cutting edge, whatever that is. And our partnership with Sharp document systems means we offer the very latest, most dependable equipment. And Forrest is the only office equipment dealer that when you need supplies, you can walk in our store and get it. When you need it fixed, you can call us.
This is Barry Forrest. My family's been taking care of equipment needs of businesses just like yours since 1965. I would love to work for you today.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document system dealer at 1005 G Street in Jonesboro. 932-7852. 932-7852. Call Forrest Office Machines today.
And we welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show here at Paragould High School, where we are just about 24 minutes away from kickoff. Nettleton taking on Paragould tonight. The Raiders, as we just said, taking on the artist formerly known as the Paragould Bulldogs, and then they were known as the Ridgecrest Rams. Well, tonight they are the Paragould Rams. I guess they got the best of both worlds. Coach, I don't know about you, but I kind of wish they'd go back to the old Bulldogs mascot.
I've always liked Bulldogs, Craig, to be honest. Kind of a tough, stocky-looking animal.
Yeah. So if I was in charge at Paragould, which every Paragould fan out there listening is probably thanking God that I'm not, but if I was in charge, I think I would go back to the Bulldogs. Be that as it may, this is a long-standing rivalry. We first played Paragould in 1979, and we've played them 42 times in our history. We've won 27 of those 42 games. We've lost 14. And we've tied 1. So for those of you keeping score at home, we are 27-14-1 against Paragould. The Raiders are on quite a run right now against the Rams. They have defeated Paragould 10 straight times, going for 11 in a row tonight. As for this season, the Rams are struggling. They are 0-4 overall and 0-2 in conference. They lost to Pocahontas 45-21 in their first game of the season. That was their most competitive loss. Truman beat them the following week, 42-8. Then Valley View beat them in the first conference game, 35-6. And last Friday night, Batesville shut them out, 37-0. Coach Shipman, it's a down year for these Paragould Rams, but like I know you do as well, I have a ton of respect for this program and for Coach Slose and these kids who continue to compete week after week.
Yeah, Craig. Coach Slose, we've got a relationship that goes back to 1999, 2000 when we coached against each other when I was at Wynn Junior High and he was here at Paragould. One thing he'll do, he'll have his kids ready. They'll play hard as they always have. He's a good X's and O guys. You know, sometimes you just have a down year and you have bad luck and turnovers and other things. I haven't got to really watch and see what's going on, but I know it's not from lack of coaching.
No doubt about it, and you can be sure, folks, that tonight these Rams, it's homecoming night, and they're going to be playing hard in front of a homecoming crowd. It should be a dandy, irregardless of the record. It's the Raiders, it's the Rams, it's Friday night high school football, and there's nothing else like it. When we come back, we'll hear from the Raiders head coach, Stephen Hampton, so don't touch that dial. You're listening to the First National Bank pregame show on the EAB Sports Network.
You've been told banks with branches don't have the digital capabilities you need. But why not have the best of both worlds? At First National Bank, we have all the online banking tools you could ever need. Plus, if you need something, we have real people in real places near you. Digital, with branches and real people. We know you can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. Check it, snap it, track it, pay it, move it, and ask it anywhere. First National Bank, putting you first, always.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Last year we were duck hunting in a pit. If you've ever hunted a duck pit, you know someone's responsible for pulling the top back before you shoot. A duck came over. We said, Danny, a good friend of mine, shoot that duck. Whoever's responsible for pulling the cover back didn't pull it back far enough. Danny hit his head hard. You don't get much sympathy duck hunting. After a long silence, Kelly said, Danny, did you bend that steel top? There were several comments later. Glenn sang, and God bless our troops.
We're here with Coach Stephen Hampton for our weekly pregame visit on the First National Bank pregame show. Coach, before we talk about tonight's game with the Paragould Rams, let's recap the big win over Brooklyn last week. It's always good to go on the road and get a conference win.
Yeah, we felt really good about, how our kids handled the trip. We kind of changed things up and, really didn't get there until kind of right, time for pregame and thought our kids handled it well, and I thought they came out and played really well, starting the opening kickoff.
Last week's win was win number 55 for you at Nettleton. 55 wins. That's a nice number, Coach.
Yeah, that's I guess you don't really think about it. I'm really just worried about the next one, trying to get the next one, and but I guess at the end of the season you have time to look back and think about former players and teams that come through and but like I said, we're focused on getting the next win tonight.
Well, you had to be pleased with your offensive effort last Friday. 47 points, 516 total yards. Who gets the credit for that?
Well, there's a lot of credit to be given. I think as coaches we sit down on Sunday and we pick our players of the game and The skill guys, they show up because they get to score touchdowns and their name gets in the paper. But when you rush for over 400 yards, you're blocking some folks. And so we gave it to our offensive line, our entire unit. We thought they blocked extremely well, opened up holes. And like I said, when you rush for over 400 yards, that means they're doing a good job up there.
I've always felt like the offensive line's kind of the servant leaders of the team. They don't get the credit that they deserve. So I'd like to call the names. Who are the offensive linemen who won the co-offensive player of the week award last week?
Well, you've got guys starting with Ryan Crawford. He stepped in at center. Colby Miller, there you go. Started got his first start at guard. Kylan Gates was the other guard. Moses Williams was back, played the first half, played extremely well. And then Alan Campbell, Garrett Campbell came in and replaced Moses in the second half. Zach Davis got in on the action. So, a lot of guys on that offensive line, can be credited for that 400 yards rushing.
Garrett Campbell especially, I'm very impressed with that young man as a sophomore coming in and spelling an all-state offensive lineman. Garrett has really done a good job for you this year.
He's done an unbelievable job for us, and I don't know that, he can be given enough credit, for what he's done. And, the game he stepped in, Mountain Home at halftime, we're down, and he stepped in and did a remarkable job. And then the next week he played, and there were times in that game against Pocahontas where we're calling his number and running behind him. He was doing such a good job.
Your defense held Brooklyn to one score and just 118 yards of total offense last Friday. That defensive unit seems to really be gelling together. Who are some defensive guys who deserve a shout-out?
Man, our defensive players of the week, we actually, had a hard time narrowing it down to just one, so we had three. Jordan Pegram, he had 5 tackles for loss. Cam Phillips up front had 3 tackles for loss. And then Blake Brown, he was in on 13 tackles himself. So, those 3 were our players of the week. But really, I thought Orion Pugh played a great game. He had a pick 6. Our front as a whole dominated the line of scrimmage and just did an outstanding job.
We're here with Coach Stephen Hampton with our pregame visit. We've covered offense, defense. How pleased were you with your special teams play last Friday?
Well, I thought we cleaned up some things from the previous week. We wanted to be better on kickoff coverage. We opened the game kicking off, and then, Jaden Brown goes down the field, creates a fumble, on the opening kickoff. We weren't able to recover it, but he kind of set the tone right there, flying down the field. I thought our coverage for the most part was good. Jaden Brown was our special teams player of the week, and Colin Shelton. Those guys had multiple tackles on kickoff coverage. We still got some work to do on our PAT field goal unit, but we're going to keep grinding away, keep getting better at that, keep trying to get our time down. Our goal is to be 1-2-5 from snap, hold, and kick, and I think we're getting closer to that, which should eliminate some of the blocks and stuff like that.
Coach, tonight your team is taking on the Paragould Rams, a team that is struggling this season. Your team is undefeated, and they have yet to win a game this season. How do you go about preparing your team for a game like this?
Well, our approach is we want to play to a standard. We're not, obviously you got to plan and prepare for your opponent and what scheme-wise, but really we're playing to a standard. So defensively, we want to be the most dominant defense in the 5A East, and in Nettleton history. That's the standard that we have set, and that means we've got to play physical, we got to play fast, we got to play aggressive, all those things. And so, we want our kids to play to that standard. And then offensively, we want to be an explosive, dominant, unstoppable force. That means we want to try to score every time we have the football. And when you're playing to that standard, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. There's a level of intensity that is required, and focus and all that stuff. And so that's what we have been preaching to our kids is, play to a standard of excellence, and let's be the best we can be. and it doesn't matter who's on the other side.
I know one thing you teach your team is to always respect your opponent, and I have a lot of respect for those guys on Paragould's team. I've been a part of Nettleton for decades now, and there's been years we've gone 0-10, and I respected those guys that went out there, even though they're struggling, even though they just don't have much success at all or a chance of success. They get out there and they give it their all. You got to respect that about this Paragould team.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, their coaching staffs, going to work. Their kids are going to practice every day, just like everybody else, and they're working. They haven't seen the positive results so far this year. But, I mean, you respect the fact that those kids are being resilient, and, they're showing up, and you respect that. And, I think we're going to have respect for our opponent. We're never going to take anyone for granted, anyone likely, because, one slip up, it could be costly. And all these conference games count the same. So that's why, we preach, play to a standard, hopefully if we play to that standard, we'll be satisfied with the score at the end, as long as we're doing our part.
Coach, how are we doing health-wise? How is Moses doing? Is he back tonight? How are we doing health-wise?
Yeah, Moses is doing fine. He played the first half. We pulled him at halftime, more of a precautionary, it was his first game back, and we were up, 27-7 at the time. So he's doing good. He's practiced a little bit. We may choose to hold him out this week. We'll see. It'll be kind of a game-time decision, see how he's feeling. Other than that, Ryan took the big hit last week and a little sore, but he's going to play. Shoulder, landing on that shoulder, he's fine though. So other than that, I mean, we're in good shape. Other than your normal bumps and bruises that you have this time of year.
Let's talk keys to victory. What are y'all going to have to do to move to 6-0 tonight?
Well, play to the standard that I talked about. Get off to a fast start. Not come out and be sloppy, which I do not expect us in any way to do that. I think our kids are kind of locked in right now and ready to play. Obviously we want to eliminate turnovers, eliminate penalties, something that me and you have talked about. Be smart, play the game the right way, and I think if we do that, we'll have a good chance of winning the ball game.
Coach, let's go make it happen. Thank you so much for your time. Let's go get a win for Raider Nation.
Let's do it. Go Raiders.
Raider pride, brother.
Guys, if you haven't made it into Orville's men's store, then you're missing out. They're the only store in town to exclusively carry brands like Barber, Duckhead, Strong Suit, Tommy Bahama, and Vineyard Vines. Orville's has everything a guy needs, from daily workwear to a big night out on the town. Orville's will have you looking more stylish and feeling more confident than ever before. So make your way to Orville's men's store at 2612 East Nettleton, next to Steamroller Blues in Jonesboro, and show off your stash. Shop online at orvillesms.com.
It's football time at Wings to Go. That means all the TVs watching the games, all the wings will be hot and flavorful, all the food will be good. It is time to come to Wings to Go. We've weathered the storm. It's almost over. Things are getting better, and we can't wait to see you at Wings to Go. Sports, wings, football, life is great at Wings to Go, both locations.
See Placid Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Placid Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no time with our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Placid Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Placid Tire Service.
You raised your family here. Did every July 4th here. Refinished the floors here twice. Sized up your daughter's boyfriends here. Waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of, and now it's giving again in the form of a gourmet kitchen and the quietest dishwasher known to man. Realize your dream with a home equity line of credit from Simmons Bank. Dreams realized. SimmonsBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
Homecoming night at Paragould High School, and you are locked and loaded on the Bob FM and on Nettleton Television. So glad to have you spending your Friday night with us. Craig Miller and David Shipman here on the First National Bank pregame show. We're about 9 minutes and 50 seconds away from kickoff. Homecoming night here, Coach Shipman, and man, the pageantry, a great crowd, and the young ladies dressed up beautifully, the awesome Paragould band playing the national anthem. It's a great night for high school football.
Really is. You know, you get all the excitement of, just like you said, high school football, the Friday night lights, the beautiful weather we have here. It's starting to cool down a little bit. It's starting to feel like football season.
I love it. I love it for sure. Now, as an old ball coach yourself, did you kind of take it a little bit personal whenever somebody scheduled you for homecoming?
Yes, I did. You know, and I would use that too. As soon as I found out as a coach that we were going to be all week long, that's all we're talking about. We're in their heads, we're in their ears. They don't respect you. They put you as a homecoming, you know, things like that.
You think maybe Coach Hampton, Coach Johnson said words along those lines this week?
I imagine, I'm not sure if they didn't personally ask them that, but I'm sure there have been some words of encouragement out on the practice field and in some of the meetings.
No doubt about it. They're over there giving some words of encouragement right now, and we're going to tell you about the starting lineups for the Raiders tonight. Start on the offensive side of the football. Quarterback, the man who makes the offensive engine go, the all-state senior, number 9, Cameron Scarlett. And, Coach, he has been so much fun to watch these last 2 years.
He really has, and just, you know, watching him progress since he was in junior high and moving up, and such a good kid. Just, you know, walks the halls with a smile on his face, and just outstanding young man to have in our building.
No doubt about it. We love Cameron Scarlett, and you're going to hear his name a lot tonight on the broadcast. But just like Mr. Shipman said, just know, as good of a football player as that young man is, he's a better young man. He's a salt-of-the-earth kid, and we're glad to have him at Nettleton. He's the quarterback. The running back is number 13, Kobe Bradley. The receivers will start at tight end, number 25, DJ Willis. And, hey, Coach, he has really come on for us this year. DJ has.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Doniquis Willis, it's DJ Willis.
Yeah, that's what he told us today at lunch, to make sure I'm DJ now. And
that's right.
You know, another great kid. I love talking to the young man when he'll talk. Very shy. I don't want to call him. He's not timid, but, you know, he's very respectful and shy. I can't get much out of him when I'm trying to talk to him. But on the football field, he speaks volumes.
He lets his play do his talking for sure, and he has really come on for us. He's 6'2", 240 pounds tight end. That's a big target for Cameron Scarlett. The other wide receivers, number 8, Jaden Brown, downtown Jaden Brown. Of course, today in the lunchroom, I heard you label DJ Willis DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yes, a little old school rap.
Yeah, a little old school. Hey, that landed with me. It might go over the kids' heads, but it landed with me for sure.
Yes,
so we
sir.
got downtown Jaden Brown, the movie and the transfer from Osceola. Boy, he has been a great addition, not only as a deep threat, but on special teams, that young man lays some lumber out there.
Yes, sir.
He's got
Enjoy watching him.
Oh, no doubt. He's got the big stick of the word more than once. Ken Warren McShann has really stepped up the last few weeks. He's had touchdowns his last 3 games. Kenny Mack, Ken Warren McShann, and Braylon King, the sophomore, getting the start at wide receiver. The big offensive line. Coach, as you know, football games are won or lost at that line of scrimmage, and, man, our offensive line has been good this year. Left tackle, Alan Campbell. Left guard, Kylan Gates. Center, Hayden Partee. Right guard, Ryan Crawford. Right tackle, we think it may be Moses Williams. It's going to be a game-time decision. If Moses can't go, he's got a high ankle sprain that's really been nagging him. If he can't go, then sophomore Garrett Campbell is going to start at right tackle. That's a good offensive line unit.
That is a good offensive line. Lots of push on that defensive line, getting them out there, making holes come open.
The Raider defense will start on the defensive line, and again, football games are won and lost at the line of scrimmage, and our defensive line has been so good this year. A major reason why the Raiders are coming into this game at Paragould 5-0. Defensive end, number 58, Jorge Salas. You talk about good kids who you like to see walking the halls at Nettleton. That's Jorge Salas.
Oh, yes, sir. Always a smile on his face, and just an encouraging, kind word.
Student council president.
Yes, sir.
As well.
Yeah.
So just a leader, hard worker. His family owns a couple of restaurants in Jonesboro, and Jorge works. Let me tell you, he is a hard worker in the real world and on the football field.
Yes, sir.
The other defensive lineman, Cam Phillips. I love that kid. I got him in my 6th period class. He's silent but violent on the football field. He was the defensive player of the week last week, and he has really been penetrating and making some big tackles for losses this season. The other defensive end, I would say probably the guy that's got the best chance to be playing on Saturdays somewhere on the whole team, that's Jordan Pegram.
Oh, just, and another one. You see them in the hallways and other places, just smiles on their faces and just go about their business. And that's what I enjoy watching on the football field. They go about their business, and they let their play doing the talking more than running miles or things of that. And they're just outstanding young men.
Easy to root for guys like that. Jordan Pegram, one of the best for sure. The linebacking crew for the Raiders, inside linebackers, is Blake Brown, Orion Pugh, and Jamie Morris. 3 more outstanding young men. And Orion took a bad shot last week at Brooklyn, and he's having some shoulder issues, but I believe he is going to be playing tonight, and we sure hope that Orion is okay. You kind of hate to see somebody take a shot like that and lay prone afterwards. That was tough to see.
That was a vicious shot he took. I was glad to see him get back up, because there's a lot of kids that might just chose to stay down for a while.
I think that might have ended my football career.
It could have been a lot of football careers.
For sure. The outside linebackers, Halon Willie and Cortez Smith, and the defensive secondary, who I've been very impressed with this year. The cornerbacks are Mark Helen Barber and Juan Badillo. The safety, Dorian Tucker. And that is your starting lineups. The captains are on the field. The coin toss is going on as we speak. I'll be keeping an eye on it, and I'm going to ask Mr. Shipman, Coach Shipman, if he would give us what you believe are the keys to victory tonight for the Raiders.
Well, Coach, Mr. Miller, as you said earlier, my keys to victory: control the line on offense and defense. That's where it's going to start. That's where it's going to end. We got to get a lot of push on the offensive line. We got to have our defense not allowing that, getting through, controlling the gaps. Don't let them get outside and let our linebackers run free and make tackles. I like what Coach Hampton had to say about playing to a standard. That's something we always preach as coaches. It's not about what the other team's doing. You got to have the mindset, whatever the other team's doing, they're wrong, because our standard's going to be right, and we're going to block them, we're going to tackle them, we're going to do what we need to do. So come out, have a work-like attitude, get the job done. Hopefully we can get the job done very well and let our seconds and thirds get in the second half.
Yes.
Get some experience there. So that's my good line play, mistake-free offense, and get out there and play to the standard.
Get a win and stay healthy.
Yes, sir.
Stay healthy for sure. I liked what I heard Coach Hampton tell the team last week after the game was over with. They defeated Brooklyn 47-7, just a sound victory, a good victory. And he said, gentlemen, we're 1-0 this week. Let's be 1-0 next week.
Yes, sir.
And that's definitely what we're hoping for tonight. We're about 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from kickoff, and we'll just keep it right here. We appreciate Brady at the our producer tonight. Brady is one of our students. He's actually an NTV student, Brady Wade, who is at the EAB studios and doing a great job. And we appreciate Brady. Sometimes I forget to give Brady a shout-out, so I wanted to do it at the very beginning of the game. The Raiders are on the field. They're wearing their white uniforms, the gold helmets, and they are standing all bunched up. The cheerleaders and the dance team has got a spirit line for them. They're about to run out. The Paragould crew running out of their inflatable, and they are wearing their red home jerseys with white pants. And here come the Raiders, Coach. It's a beautiful night for football. According to my watch, it is 82 degrees out there, maybe a tad bit warm, but like you said earlier, the temperature is dropping continually, and by the time we get out of here, it's going to be crisp, and it's going to feel like football weather. And that is good news. I do love football weather, and I do love high school football. 1 minute and 20 seconds away from kickoff, but it looks like they've stopped the clock, and we're gonna get things underway here more quickly than the scoreboard indicates. So the Nettleton Raiders have won the opening coin toss, and they have elected to put their offense out on the field. They've elected to receive, and if you got an offense that was running up 500 yards of production per week, why not put them out there first?
Exactly, Craig. Get out there, set the tone of the game, show them what you're going to do, come down there, score, hopefully, and keep that defense, get them tired.
Sean Wynn is going to be kicking off for Paragould. We do want to welcome all of our friends from Paragould who may be tuned in to the broadcast or to the YouTube stream. Coach Shipman and I will do our best to honor your young men, we do want to let you know this is a Nettleton broadcast, and obviously we're rooting for Nettleton. We'll let you know that right up front, but we do all have great respect and admiration for these young men from Paragould, and we're just about ready to kick things off. Back deep for the Raiders is number 8, downtown Jaden Brown. He receives the ball at the 20. Got a little bit of running room. He is across midfield at the 45, and he is brought down at the 43-yard line. That's how we get things underway. Raiders with excellent field position in Paragould territory.
Yes, sir. I really liked how he hit the hole. He caught the kickoff, didn't hesitate, took off, followed his blockers. Excellent job.
Downtown Jaden Brown, who has been the special teams player of the year for us so far, and he lines up near side on receiver. Nettleton at receiver. Nettleton will be going right to left on your radio dial. Cameron Scarlett, the all-state senior quarterback, in the gun. In the backfield with him is number 13, Kobe Bradley. 1 receiver up top, 2 receivers near side. DJ Willis, the tight end. Ball on the right hash. First play from scrimmage underway. He pulls, throws downfield. It's complete to DJ Willis. DJ is at the 5-yard line, inside the 5-yard line. Big play. It's going to be first down and goal to go for the Raiders, and that's getting things started right there, Coach.
Hey, that was awesome. What they did right there, just a little quick dump, kind of gave a fake, got out there quick, hard to defend.
DJ Willis, DJ Jazzy Jeff, if you will. It's first down and goal to go from the 4. He gives it to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley running on the left side, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kobe Bradley. Touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah, that right there, that was just nice smash mouth football. They just no fakes, no nothing. Say, hey, here we come. We're coming at you. Stop us. Really nice hard run, but great push on that offensive line. The guys came off, pushed the Paragould line 3 yards, back into the end zone. It was a no-doubter right there.
So 2 plays on the drive, and we'll call that your Kavanaugh Auto Group drive of the night, as Joseph Newhung comes out to kick the extra point. The hold is good. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights. It is good. So with 11:34 to play in the first quarter, that was a quick strike. The Raiders lead the Rams 7-0.
That was, Craig. And, and that pass that kind of set it up there after the excellent return, that's a tough play to defend. As a coach, defensively, those little quick tight end dumps, that, it's just almost it's not impossible, but it's tough to defend, especially when you're probably expecting a run play on the first play of the game.
And it was a play action.
Yes,
so
correct.
the safeties bit, and boy, Cameron Scarlett made him play. That's a wise decision. I love to see that, and that's one of those plays that you see from a senior quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Nice pass, and that keyed the 4-yard touchdown run by Kobe Bradley. 7-0 the score. And help me do the math here, Coach. What's 60 minus 34? 26 seconds, is that right?
I believe you're correct.
That's with the kickoff and everything. That's 26 seconds to get into the end zone. That's a quick strike for sure. Kendrick McShann on to kickoff for the Raiders. The Rams have got a couple of guys back deep, and we'll tell you who returns it whenever they catch it. The kick is deep. It is fielded. It actually is kicked around a little bit at the 5-yard line. He does pick it up, but he is swarmed before he can make it back to the 10. He is swarmed by a host of white jersey-clad Nettleton Raiders. Andrews on the return. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Paragould, and they are on their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, good field position for us defensively. Bobbled the ball as it came in, then tried to pick it up, bounced around a little bit. Our guys got down there quick, stayed in their lanes, and made an excellent coverage and tackle.
It'll be 1st and 10 actually from the 8-yard line, I believe. One thing about this Paragould football facility is beautiful. Turf is nice. The press box is excellent, but we are a long way away from the field.
Yes, we
are. It's kind of hard.
We're not on top of anybody for sure.
We're sure not. That's Ben Sloas, the quarterback. They have a receiver in motion, and he's going to pass. First play, he's going to pass. He's going deep. Got a man, but he is hammered right as he caught the ball. The pass is complete to number 1, Dalen Sanders, and he sure enough held on. Markellen Barber hammered him right as he caught the ball, but he held on, and that's a big-time play. First down and 10 for Paragould on their own 43.
You got to give the Paragould receiver credit because, he knew that was coming. Probably heard footsteps, but, hey, he caught it and held on to
sure
it.
Did.
You got to tip your hat to the young man.
It sure did. Great catch by Dalen Sanders and a heck of a throw by Slose.
Yeah. Defensively, it's not what you want to see, though.
Something tells me Coach Johnson's not happy about that play.
I guarantee you Coach Johnson's not happy right now.
We're so privileged to have Alan Johnson on staff at Nettleton. He coached at Arkansas State last year, and he is at Nettleton this year, and we're so thankful to have him. Just a great man to be around our students, and he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, which makes it a double bonus. Paragould gives to number 23. He's tackled by Javante Wallace. Also in on the stop is Jordan Pegram, a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
And I really enjoyed watching the defensive line right there, Craig, how they just came off. They stayed low. They held their ground, controlled the gaps, and that helps the linebacker so much.
That's Corbin Bailey on the carry. You'll have to forgive me, Paragould fans. I don't have your numbers memorized yet, but I'll do my best to get them memorized quickly here. And Mr. Shipman makes me work during the week. I have to teach class, so I don't have a whole lot of time to do much memorizing. It's 2nd down and 8 for Paragould. Bailey in the backfield with Slose. They are from the spread formation, and they're going to throw it again. Pass is complete for a first down across midfield. Actually, it's incomplete. Thought that he had it, but incomplete, and it's going to be – it actually is complete. My bad. All right, it is complete. So first down, Paragould.
From my non-referee and official, it sure looked like it was not complete. But I'm a homer.
Yes, we are definitely that. We'll tell you that right up front. It is a first down for Paragould, and they are in Nettleton territory. First down and 10 for Paragould on the 43-yard line of the Raiders. So I tell you, Slose has impressed me with the way he's thrown the football so far.
Yeah, it looks like some timing routes. They know where they're going. I don't know if he's but yeah, hey, he's getting the ball out there. And timing routes are tough to coach.
Paragould back to the line of scrimmage. Bailey in the backfield with Slose. He gives to Bailey, running up the middle, and he gets about a 3-yard gain before he is brought down. Blake Brown on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
And that's not a bad play defensively. We came up, we made the stop. We didn't get up a lot of yards. We just got to make sure we're lined up correctly as we are and just come off the ball and just play the standard, play our game.
2nd down and 7 for Paragould. 9:11 on the clock and ticking. Nettleton with a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter of play. Nettleton scored in about 20 seconds on their opening drive. Paragould marching down the field. 2nd down and 7. Slose to pass again. It is incomplete, intended once again for Sanders, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, big play for us coming up right here. Defense, I'd almost think of a reverse or something kind of trick, coming on right here, but I don't know. They may just play it straight up and see what you got.
Well, you got to figure they're probably in 4-down territory, Coach. They're on the Nettleton 40, and at this stage in Paragould season, I figure they're probably 2-down territory. So they got 2 downs to get 7 yards. It's 3rd down and 7. Bailey in the backfield with Slose, and we're offsides. And let's see if we were drawn off. Let's see what the man in the white hat says. Yep, offsides, encroachment on the Raiders. So the 3rd and 7 turns into a 3rd down and 2, which is much more manageable for this Paragould Ram offense.
That is, and that's one of those things you get frustrated as a coach at your player, but then again, you kind of got at least, we're fired up. We're wanting to come off the ball. We just got to be a little more disciplined.
3rd down and 2 for the Rams. They trail the Raiders 7-0 here with 8:40 remaining in the first quarter. Slose the quarterback. Bailey in the backfield with him. He gives to Bailey. He is hit immediately. That's short of the first down. He falls forward, and they might give him a yard on it, but it's going to be 4th down and 2.
That was nice right there. How we held this line, and the linebackers just came through, made a good stop. Big play.
4th, and they're calling it 4th down and 1, and that looks like that's what it's going to be. So big play right here in the first quarter. Nettleton leading 7-0, 8 minutes on the clock. It's Paragould with an impressive drive so far, but it just might come to an end right here if the Raiders can hold. It's 4th down and 1, loaded backfield, gives to Bailey. He's got the first down and then some. He's across the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Markell and Barber on the stop, and nice job of blocking by that offensive line of Paragould.
It was a nice job of blocking. When they came across, I'm not sure they got somebody blocked because that hole was straight up the middle.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rams on the Raider 19-yard line. So Paragould in the red zone. Let's see if the Nettleton defensive unit can stiffen here. Juan Badillo on the stop for the Raiders. When your safeties and cornerbacks are making the tackle, that's usually not a good sign.
You don't want those guys leading your tackling. That's correct.
For sure. Nettleton with 4 down linemen. They're going to pass. Going to the end zone. Going to be a jump ball, a little bumping, and it's incomplete. And there is a flag on the play. Let's see if they call it against us or them. I'm hoping for them.
I'm hoping also. Both guys were pushing on each other.
Yeah. A little bit of bumping for sure, and let's see which way it goes. The referees conferring, and the man in the white hat looking our way right now. Pass interference is the call, and it's against the Raiders. So that'll be half the distance to the goal and 1st down.
And this doesn't supply, Coach Sloas is going to have his guys ready. That quick strike that we did, he probably had a few encouraging words to him, so they came out a little fired up on offense now, and it doesn't surprise me. He's a good coach, and he coaches his kids hard.
He's a good coach, and this is a big night for Paragould.
This
is homecoming, and these young men that have taken their lumps so far this year, they're coming out and playing with an awful lot of pride. You got to give them credit.
Oh, you got to tip your hat, yes.
Sloas, the quarterback, gives to Bailey up the middle. He is tackled after a short gain. Halon Willie in on the stop. The initial Raider who hit him was Blake Brown. And it is going to be 2nd down and goal to go from the Raider 7-yard line.
I like that effort right there. And that's what we as Nettleton we have to do. We just have to, remember who we are, settle down, play our game, don't get panicked.
2nd down and goal to go from the 7. Paragould equally adept at passing and running the football on this drive. Field is shortened right now. They're going to pass. Throws right side, incomplete. No flags this time, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Coach, maybe you noticed during the warm-ups. I didn't notice if Paragould, what kind of field goal kicker they have.
I didn't notice. I was so nervous about working in here and making your ratings go down. I forgot to pay attention to that.
That's all right. I don't think the ratings can go down any further than what they already are. So 3rd down and goal to go from the 7. So if my math is correct, it'll be a 24-yard field goal from right there. But let's see if the Raiders can't push them back a little bit here. Sloas to pass, drops straight back, throwing to the end zone. It is incomplete.
And another flag.
Incomplete and another flag, and I'm afraid we're going to be called for pass interference once again.
I'm afraid you're correct, but it sure looked like the offensive guy pushed off on us right there at the end.
Yep, I do not think we're guilty of pass interference, but I will admit I see the world through black and gold colored glasses, and I may not be the most objective sports journalist. 3rd down and 7, and let's see, it's going to be, if it is against Nettleton, it's pass interference against Nettleton. It sure is. So it's going to be a 1st down and half the distance to the goal. So 2 big pass interference calls really aided Paragould's cause here. 6:21 to play in the first quarter. Nettleton leading 7-0, but Paragould in very good shape. 1st down and goal to go. The ball is spotted on the 3-yard line.
And right here, they keep throwing those outs. Let's throw those short outs and those kind of medium routes outs, and we need to be looking for that.
Sloas the quarterback. It's a fumble on the play. Bailey, the ball carrier, and he was a little fumble on the exchange, and it looks like Paragould does have it. Bailey recovered his own fumble, it looks like. That would have been nice, Coach, but it's Paragould ball.
Been real nice. It looked like, I'm not sure if the running back and what the exchange in the mesh point, the ball just popped out and almost looked like the running back wasn't expecting to get it.
So it'll be a loss of a couple. The ball is on the 5-yard line, it looks like. And they're going to – it's fourth down, actually. My apologies.
Yes,
it's fourth down. I thought that the penalty made it automatic first down. Fourth down, they're going to try to kick. And they do kick. The kick is up.
No good.
And it's no good. It is no good. It had the distance. It must have missed just a little bit to the right. So big break for the Raiders right there. With 5:32 remaining in the first quarter after the missed field goal, your score is still Nettleton 7, Paragould 0. And, Coach, that was a very good drive by Paragould.
It was a good drive, especially to answer the quick score that Nettleton had to come back out and pretty much give us all we wanted.
Yes. I noticed that Big Moses Williams is out there at right tackle. That's good news for Raider Nation. Moses injured his ankle, a high ankle sprain. That's a serious injury. He played sparingly last week at Brooklyn. That's our all-state offensive lineman, Moses Williams. And he is back out there, and that's good news for Nettleton.
Strong young man. I would hate to be across the line from him.
Squats about 600, benches, I think, between 350 and 400. He is a grizzly out there. My son, Kobe, has to go up against him, and Kobe is often battered and bruised when he comes home because he's going against a full-grown man in Moses Williams.
Yes.
I'm thankful that Moses is on our side. The referees are conferring for some reason. It's going to be first down for the Raiders on the 6-yard line, on their own 6-yard line. That's where this drive is going to start. Nettleton leading 7-0. They scored in 2 plays on their first drive. That's a Kavanaugh Auto Group drive of the game. We're here at the NEA Baptist press box. Get better with Baptist. Gives to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley fighting forward for positive yardage. He is brought down at the 12-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6, second down and 4. Tough run there by Kobe.
Very tough run. One of the Paragould guys got a hand in there and just held him up enough, or it could have been a long run.
Second down and 4 for the Raiders on their own 11-yard line. Cameron Scarlett from the gun, empty backfield. Now then Kobe Bradley goes in motion, joins him on his right hip. Ball on the right hash. Gives to Kobe Bradley. He is hit immediately in the backfield and thrown down by Sean Wynn. That's a loss on that play. He might have made it back to the line of scrimmage, but I think he lost a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's a good defensive call by Paragould. They did a stunt and just ran right into it. Sometimes that happens. That's when you just, you line back up and give another play.
Tip your hat to the opponent and play it again. Play the next down. Cameron Scarlett with Jaden Brown spread out wide left. 3rd down and 5. Hard count. Looked like Paragould jumped off sides, but they did not call it. He must not have encroached upon the neutral zone. Scarlett from the gun, dropping back to pass. Under pressure. Throws near sideline. It is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that is Kobe Bradley. He had a first down, but he was unable to hold on to the ball. It's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Raiders, and we're going to be punting the ball away.
Yeah, Paragould's defense up front, in their front 7, they did a nice job. They did some stunts, came through. Looked like it got one of our linemen confused. Guy broke through, and Scarlett had to hurry up and try to get out of the pocket and get rid of it.
Scarlett from the shotgun, but he's in there to punt. He's a hard count, trying to draw Paragould off sides. A well-coached team. They do not jump. Now he backs up just a little bit, and he's going to punt the ball away. A little quick punt is blocked. It's blocked, and it's received by Paragould at the 20-yard line. He's tackled at the 50. That is, the 15-yard line. That's number 80, Jake Brittingham, who caught the deflected punt and advanced it 5 yards, and Paragould is going to have incredible field position. 1st and 10 after the deflected punt. It looked like it hit off one of the backs of our offensive lineman, Coach.
That's exactly what I was just sitting there thinking. It looked like maybe the ball hit the end of his foot, rolled up, and hit one of our guys in the backside, and just kind of fell right in the gentleman's hands, and he got to run. All
year long we've been punting from just about a 5-yard snap, maybe 7-yard snap, which usually it's 10, 12 yards back, I guess, and it's been doing it effectively, but that time is just a little bit of a low punt. It caught one of our offensive linemen, and with 3:57 remaining in the first quarter, Nettleton with a 7-0 lead. These Paragould Rams, they've come to play here on homecoming night.
Yes, they have. It's always been a good game with Paragould and Nettleton.
Slows to pass, and the play is whistled dead. Dead ball foul. We'll see what the infraction was. The man in the white hat looks up to us and says it's false start against Paragould. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and right now that's 5 precious yards. So instead of 1st and 10 on the 15, it'll be 1st and 15 on the Raider 20.
Yeah, I'll take that any day.
The Raider defensive front, Cam Phillips, Kylan Butler, Jordan Pegram. 3-man front. Paragould has opened up the playbook here on Nettleton. They have passed the ball, and they pass it effectively. They're aided by 2 pass interference calls in the end zone. Gives to number 3, and he is tackled right about the line of scrimmage. And that is leading the tackle for Nettleton. I believe that was Blake Brown. Cam Phillips. Yeah, Cam Phillips actually is who that was. Nice tackle by Cam Phillips. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle coming in there. And I bet Coach Johnson and Coach Hampton got over there and had a little discussion with our secondary and how we're going to maybe change up some coverage and stuff.
So 2nd down and 15 from the 20. Nettleton 7, Paragould 0, 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Paragould has definitely won the time of possession battle, that's for sure. Nettleton scored in about 20 seconds on their first drive. Slows back to pass, looking to number 1, and it's in and out of his hands. That's Dayton Sanders. And it's going to be 3rd down and 15 from the Raider 20.
You know, and we got lucky there, but sometimes you just need a little luck, and we could end up with a big play here.
Yeah, if he would have been able to haul that in, it might have been a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Depending on how well he runs after the catch. But that is Dayton Sanders, who's had a nice game already for Paragould.
I've been impressed with the receivers because, you know, they're catching the ball in traffic, knowing they're going to get hit.
Right.
And that's a tough thing for a kid to do.
It sure is. The footsteps have caused many butterfingers in football players of all levels, that's for sure.
That's why I was a lineman.
Don't have to worry about them footsteps. It's 3rd down and 15. Slows back to pass toward the end zone, and it is caught, but I believe he's out of bounds.
Yes.
Heck of a catch by the Paragould receiver, and as soon as he shows us his number, I'll tell you who it is. I believe that's number 9, Jamison DeVault. Made a great jumping catch, but he landed out of bounds, so incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th down and 15 for Paragould.
Hey, outstanding effort by the young man. It just, thank goodness the field was a little 2 inches, not that wide.
Exactly. They have shown, this Paragould Rams offense has shown they can throw the ball, they can catch the ball.
Yes, sir.
And they're not afraid to open it up. The old forward pass utilized by Coach Sloas with great effectiveness. It's 4th down and 15. The Rams are going to go for it. Sloas from the gun. He's going to pass. Throwing again to the end zone, and this time it is knocked down and incomplete. Markellen Barber with a near interception. Probably wise that he just knocked that thing down, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 Raiders.
And that's what I was going to say. It's a good decision to knock it down. It looked like he was a little disappointed himself because he didn't pick it, but, hey, you got better field position right here.
Right. So Nettleton will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 20. 7-0 the score. Nettleton 7, Paragould 0. 2:53 remaining. Nettleton scored quickly on their first drive, and they had to punt on their second as they were not able to get a 1st down. The Paragould defense stood. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with Cameron Scarlett. Cameron Scarlett's going to carry it himself this time. He's got a hole. He's got some room. He's got the 1st down, a gain of 11. 1st down Raiders on an 11-yard run by Cameron Scarlett.
And that's really nice blocking up front, but I love the way how Cameron will just run and he'll pick his holes and just get through there, and once he finds it, he's just gone.
Ryan Crawford and Hayden Partee on that right side, and Moses Williams. Garrett Campbell spelling Moses for the last couple of games. Moses is in there, though, and so good blocking. It's 1st and 10 Raiders on the 31. Scarlett from the gun. Braylon King in motion. Gives to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley's got the first down and then some. He may be off to the races. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. Touchdown, Kobe Bradley. Touchdown, Raiders.
Oh, what a run. The line just opened it up, and then he just took off. I don't know if he hesitated 1/2 second. That's what you like to see. When you get the ball as a running back, know where you're going. Trust your line that they're going to have that hole open. Hit it hard, and great things will happen.
And that was a great run for sure by Kobe Bradley. That's his second touchdown of the game. His first one was a 4-yard run. That was a 69-yard run. If my math is correct, the great Jim McDaniel taught me how to cipher. And so hopefully I added that up right. He at the 31, and he took it to the house. I believe that's a 69-yard touchdown. Joseph Newhung to kick the PAT, and Joseph with plenty of leg splits the uprights. The extra point is good with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. Your score is now Nettleton 14, Paragould 0. I'll tell you what, let's take a 30-second break. A 30-second break. Let you hear from one of our great sponsors, and then we'll have some more Raider football action for you. You're watching and listening to Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Trust your heart to better care at NEA Baptist. Better access means communication with your award-winning cardiac team anytime, anywhere with the MyChart app. Better technology means leading the state with new treatments and interventions right here in Jonesboro. Better is an integrated team of experts at your service when seconds matter. Your heart deserves better. Find it at NEA Baptist.
And we are at the NEA Baptist broadcast booth here. Get better with Baptist. The Kavanaugh Auto Group drive of the night gives Nettleton a 14-0 lead. To see Kavanaugh's complete inventory from the comfort of your home, log on to KavanaughCars.com. Nettleton with a 14-0 lead, 2:12 remaining here in the first quarter. A couple of Kobe Bradley touchdown runs, and the Raiders with the early lead here in the first quarter. Kendrick McShann on to kickoff. Kicks it deep. The ball is fielded at the 10-yard line. The Paragould Ram return is stopped by Nettleton's. I can see his number. We are so far away. I'm sorry. It might take a little bit. That's number 27. That's Cortez Smith, the backup quarterback, the outside linebacker. And the Rams will take up 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, it was a nice return by the young man. He came in, ran hard. We were just fortunate enough we stayed in our lanes and did what we're supposed to do with assignment football.
Cortez Smith is a good football player. He's our backup quarterback, outside linebacker, and played quarterback for the junior high team last year. And Cameron Scarlett going to be obviously graduating at the end of this year, and so we got an outstanding quarterback in the junior high this year with Coach Hampton's son, Maddox Hampton, Cortez Smith. We're going to be all right next year at the quarterback position. Paragould's all right at the quarterback position. This Ben Sloas has looked good tonight. He gives to Bailey, and Bailey is hit immediately by Opie Taylor, Ryan Pugh. And that's a no gain after the tackle by O'Ryan. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
I tell you, did you see Jordan Pegram come off the line right there? He took 2 offensive linemen with him, got about 2 yards off into the backfield, and he created that tackle for Pugh.
When the defensive lineman does that, the linebackers say thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about it. So 2nd down and 10. Maybe he might have gained a foot on that. We'll still call it 2nd down and 10 for Paragould. They are at their own 27-yard line. Sloas in the backfield. He's going to pass. Instead, the play is whistled dead. Play is whistled dead, and let's see what the issue is. It's false start against Paragould. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Rams.
You know, and I didn't see who moved, but that may have been a lineman getting a little antsy. Because our defensive line, somebody has fired them up on that sideline because they are coming off of the ball this set of downs.
You know, I think if I was looking at big Jordan Pegram, I'd be a little bit antsy myself if I was an offensive lineman over there.
Especially when you don't know how nice the young man is.
That's right. That's right. You look at him, you think, oh, man, but he is a very good young man. But on the football field, he can flat out play. Gives to Bailey, and Bailey running right side, and he's got a little bit of running room. He's tackled by Blake Brown after a gain, however, down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 6 or 7, I guess. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it looks like we may stun it a little bit there and went on a slant, and we just kind of slanted. You know, sometimes that happens to you as a defensive coordinator.
So it's a gain of 8, actually. My math failed me that time. It's a gain of 8 for Bailey. It'll make it 3rd down and 7 for Paragould. The ball on their own 31-yard line. And Coach Shipman is exactly right. This Nettleton Raider defense playing with a little bit of fire out there as Paragould has moved the ball pretty effectively on them. Back to pass is Slose. It is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That's number 9, Jamison DeVault. It's going to be an incomplete pass, so it's going to be 4th down and 7. Kylan Goodlow on the defense for the Raiders.
Really enjoyed watching our defense this set of downs in this series. They have came out. Coach Johnson, they've made some adjustments, and they are playing with some fire in them right now.
So Paragould sending their punting unit on. Number 37, the punter. That's Xavier Wynn. Back deep for the Raiders is Markellen Barber. He gets the punt off. Markellen is going to have a chance for a return here. Instead, he stumbles down. He kind of got low to receive the punt and stumbled forward to the 36-yard line of Nettleton, and that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10.
Turf may have been a little slick right there. I'm not sure. And it looks like his footing kind of fell out from underneath him, or it could have probably been a very nice return.
And that's the end of the first quarter with your score, Nettleton 14, Paragould 0. We'll be right back in 1 minute with more Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Baird Auto Group, there's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you. If you're looking for some land you'd like to populate, call real estate, real estate, real estate Nate.
Listen, we all know the real estate market is crazy right now, so whether you're buying or selling, you deserve maximum value. You want real market knowledge. You want real negotiating power. You want real results. You need Real Estate Nate. Give me a call. I got you back.
Call real estate, real estate, real estate Nate.
Call today. Real Estate Nate with Halsey Thrasher Harpole Real Estate Group. 870-261-3927.
Second quarter underway. Cameron Scarlett is going to pass. Looking downfield, it is complete to downtown Jaden Brown, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Help me out here. Where was that ball at? That's a long touchdown pass.
That ball was, on the 36.
So how many yards would that be? 36, 64-yard touchdown pass?
Yeah, on a fade route it looked like. Just went down, took a couple of steps back on a drop and threw it up, and we just outran the defender.
So on the first play of the second quarter, we're hearing from our good friend Real Estate Nate, and we almost missed that play, but on the first play of the second quarter, Cameron Scarlett with a 64-yard touchdown pass. And it makes the score 20-0. Joseph Newhung, who is perfect tonight on his PATs, on to try to go 3 for 3 here. Kenwarn McShann with a good hold. Jordan Pegram with a good snap. Joseph Newhung with a good kick. The kick is up and good. And with 11:48 remaining in the second quarter, your score is now Nettleton 21 at Paragould 0.
Craig, I love quick scores. I love that, but I'd also like to see our offense get the series going a little bit, so maybe our defense can catch a wind over there.
The defense has been on the field the majority of this game for sure. You can bet Coach Johnson would like to have a little more time to talk to his team over there.
But I won't complain about points.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nettleton with a couple of big plays in the first quarter. Kobe Bradley broke off a 69-yard touchdown run to make the score 14-0. Bradley had scored on a 4-yard run, the second offensive play for the Raiders. And here in the second quarter, the very first play, a 64-yard completion from Cameron Scarlett to downtown Jaden Brown after the successful point after kick made the score 21-0, and the Raiders are rolling here on homecoming night at Paragould.
Yes, and one thing as a defensive coach right now, what I'm telling my guys is we've got to keep playing hard, because I'll promise you, Coach Sloas and his coaching staff on this sideline, they're talking to that offense, and they're going to have them ready, and they're going to come out, and they're going to keep playing hard.
Daniel Golden on to kick off for the Raiders. Y'all Raider fans out there, you may remember that name. Michael Golden, his older brother, was a kicker. I guess it was 2 years ago, Michael was on the team. He's currently going to the Naval Academy, and he's playing football at the Naval Academy for the Sprint Squad. And we're very proud of Michael Golden, and you can bet we're proud of Daniel as well. Very good young man. Daniel Golden on to kick, following in his brother's footsteps. He booms it deep. Ball is received about the 15-yard line, and, man, he is hammered. Downtown Jaden Brown laid the wood to the Paragould Ram returner, number 17. That's Britton Andrews, and Jaden Brown put him on his back.
That was a nice hit, but I'll tell you what impressed me. 17 popped right back up. As a coach, I like to see that.
Absolutely.
Hey, you may be hurting, but you don't let them know.
Like they say in baseball, when you get bean, don't rub it.
Yeah,
don't rub it. Britton Andrews, shout out to that young man. He didn't rub it. He got hammered by Jaden Brown, but he popped right back up.
Lots of respect for that young man.
No doubt about it. First down and 10 for the Rams on their own 25. This Paragould offense has shown some potency in this game. They give to Bailey, and Bailey is tackled. Jordan Pegram in on the stop. Blake Brown also there.
Yeah.
So gain of 2, second down and 8.
And I know I sound like a broken record, but our defensive line, they are creating havoc on their offensive line and helping out our defense coming in right now. We just don't need to give up the big play. We need to watch these quick outs and things of that nature, because it's obvious that the Sloas kid can throw up the football.
Well, he's a coach's kid, and a lot of times they have a very good football intelligence quotient. He knows the game, and he can play.
True.
So Sloas, the quarterback, in the backfield with him is Bailey. Sloas is going to throw again. He's under pressure. Jordan Pegram, Cam Phillips with a quarterback sack. Big Cam, he had a bunch of tackles for losses last week, and that's a quarterback sack for Cam Phillips.
I think that young man, his quickness just got by that line so fast. That lineman had no chance, and the quarterback had no chance once he got through.
I'm so used to saying Jordan Pegram back there, but that was Cam Phillips who made the sack, and he slung him for a loss of 8. So it's going to be third down and 18 for Paragould. They are at their own 16-yard line. Slows from the gun. He gives to the running back, and he is hit by who else? Cam Phillips. Blake Brown also in on the stop. It's a short gain, but it's going to be fourth down and 15, a gain of 3. The Rams surely going to punt as they are deep in their own territory. They send the punting team out.
When you get a sack, and what do you earn? You earn a double team, and you break through it and go make a tackle.
I love it.
I mean, Phillips, just excellent technique how he played on that defensive line at that time.
9:54 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. The score is Nettleton 21, Paragould 0. Paragould to punt. They get the punt off. Pretty good rush by the Raiders. And the Raiders are going to let it roll, and boy, does it ever roll. It goes out of bounds at about the Nettleton 32-yard line, and that's where Nettleton will take over first and 10 with 9:37 remaining in the second quarter and a 21-0 lead.
Well, it's going to be nice to see what we're going to come out and do right now and see how Paragould responds. This could be a make or break for Paragould this series.
Nettleton has shown quick strike capability. A 69-yard run by Kobe Bradley, a 64-yard pass. They start first and 10, their own 33-yard line. Cameron Scarlett from the gun. In the backfield with him is Kobe Bradley. Ball is on the right hash. Scarlett gives to Bradley. Bradley running left side, and he finds a crease. He's going to gain about 6, it looks like. It's going to be second down and 4 for the Raiders.
In the Paragould defense, they're not quitting. They're not going to turn it off and give it to us. So we're going to have to earn it. Like how our offense is coming up and pushing them back, though.
Strong Raider offensive line. They have had their way this year with everybody that they've played.
Just hard-working kids, and that is so important. Just have that blue-collar attitude on that line.
Love it. Second down and 4 for the Raiders. Scarlett gives to Bradley. Bradley bouncing out to the left side, trying to find the edge. He has the edge. He has the first down. He's into Ram territory. He's pushed out of bounds at the Paragould 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders.
You know, and Paragould had that play pretty well defensed when they came up. Bradley just made a heck of an adjustment and moved and got around it.
It's like the old saying says, it's you got X's and O's, you also got Jimmys and Joes.
Yes,
sometimes you can have you guys right in the right position, but if the other team just got better athletes than you, there's nothing you can do about it. Kobe Bradley's a heck of an athlete.
Yes, he is.
1st and 10 for the Raiders on the Ram 40. It's going to be a little bit of a jet sweep. Jaden Brown looking for the edge on the right side. He hurdles a Ram, but he gets tackled and thrown down at the 35-yard line. Gain of 5 on the jet sweep. We'll call it a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, that was a nice, when first looking at it, I didn't think he made maybe 1 or 2 yards, and he ends up getting 6.
Yeah.
Kind of scares me when they hurdle like that.
Yeah, that's a long way down because Jaden Brown has a little bit of a better vertical leap than I would have if I was out there. He got up off the ground, hurdled around, but another one grabbed him and intercepted him, if you will, threw him to the ground. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Raiders, who have a 21-0 lead here in the second quarter. Scarlett back to pass, looking deep, under pressure. He is running the wrong way. Better just throw that thing away, and he does. So he was under great pressure by a couple of red shirts, an incomplete pass, and that's a whole lot better than a great big sack.
That's tremendously a lot better. And, and once again, Paragould, they made a good call. They came through, and Scarlett made a good decision, got rid of the ball.
So an incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10. Correction, 3rd down and 5. I'm so sorry about that. 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. The ball is on the Ram 35-yard line. Scarlett in the gun, and he's going to keep it himself, running straight up the middle, running tough. He's close to the first down. I believe he's got it.
I believe he's got it, too.
He got hit after about 2 yards. He just kind of shook it off and just kept on going, as he's done all year long. Cameron Scarlett runs the ball tough, gets a first down for the Raiders.
And that's where the weight room pays off. When you're all those hard days in the summer and in the off season, the weights, that's where you can put your shoulders down and just muscle a few more yards in for that first down.
1st down and 10 for the Raiders on the Ram 29-yard line. Scarlett in the gun, DJ Willis in motion. He is in a slot back position right now. Scarlett gives to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley looking for some room, running right side, and he is thrown down at the 24-yard line of the Rams, maybe the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, and once again, he made a cutback. The defense had him played when he was trying to go, made a cutback, and gained some yards out of it, turned a nothing into something.
I'm impressed by Kobe Bradley's patience.
Oh, yeah.
He waits for the hole, and then he hits it. 2nd down and 4 as Bradley made something out of not much right there. 2nd down and 4 for the Raiders. Bradley in the backfield with Cameron Scarlett. Scarlett gives to Bradley. Bradley running right up the middle. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a gain of maybe 1.5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders.
Hey, kid made a good play on defense for Paragould's side, slanted down and came in there and made the tackle.
3rd and 3 for Nettleton. They lead this game 21-0, 6:15 on the clock in the second quarter. 3rd down and 3. Cameron Scarlett from the gun. Kobe Miller in at fullback. Let's see if they're going to be running left side. That's where Kobe is lined up. And they're running right side. And Scarlett, the keeper, he's got the first down. He's still on his feet inside the 10-yard line, just muscling his way down to the 5-yard line. Big run by the Raider quarterback.
Did you see 55's block that opened that hole up, though?
What's his name?
I believe it's Kobe Miller.
Kobe Miller, yeah.
I heard he's a better athlete than his daddy.
Much better.
Which that's what we always wanted.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
But he did. He made a key block in that play.
And that sprung Scarlett, who just muscled his way into the 6-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go for the Raiders. After a big run by Cameron Scarlett. He gives to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley running right up the middle. He's close to the end zone, falls forward, and it's going to be just a little bit short of the pylon. Well, let's see. One official is saying touchdown. Let's see what they. It is a touchdown, Raiders. He did fall into the end zone. One official was not putting his hands up, but Kobe Bradley with a 5-yard touchdown run makes it 27-0.
And Kobe just kept his feet churning, just like it, the tackle, they stood him up, but he just kept those feet going and got that extra yard. Very impressed with that.
And that is Kobe Bradley's 3rd touchdown of the night, which is 3 more than I've had in my whole career.
I never had one. Always a lineman's dream, though, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I was an athletic supporter. 27-0, Raiders with the lead. Joseph Newhung, he kicks the PAT. It's up, but it is no good. Wide left. So with 5:21 remaining in the second quarter, the score is now Nettleton 27, Paragould 0. Kobe Bradley with 3 touchdowns on the night.
That's pretty impressive. He's going to be a tired young man this evening.
He is, and that was Nettleton's longest drive of the night, I guess. It's been a bunch of quick strikes so far and quick drives, and maybe the defensive unit able to catch their breath over there.
And I think that'll help, and you got, you got to give props to Paragould. They came out and played hard. They're not quitting. Like we've said before several times, Coach Sloas is not going to allow them to. It's something he's going to instill in his young men.
Very impressed with Coach Sloas. Every time that I've met him, and, of course, being up here in the press box often, I have a chance to meet all the coaches, and he is one of the nicest coaches I've ever met, just a genuinely good man. And I know that his team has not had the success that he would like for them to have on the field this year, but you can bet every one of these young men are much richer for being around that great man.
I couldn't agree more. Just, have known him for 20-plus years, coached against him, been friends, and in the coaching world. It's outstanding guy, and you're right. They're better for knowing him and being around him.
And sometimes you just have down years. We've experienced that at Nettleton. I can remember vividly a couple of 0-10 seasons where you just can't get anything going. And I've got great respect for these Paragould Rams who are out there still competing. Daniel Golden booms it down to the 20-yard line, and the Paragould ball carrier number 17 is tackled at the 27. That's Andrews on the return. It looks like Junebug. The Junebug. You know who the Junebug is, don't you? That's Derek Allen. Derek Allen Jr. That's right.
Hey, does he ever talk? I try to get him to talk to me in the hallways. And, I keep saying this, it's not like a broken record, but we have a bunch of great kids on this football team. They're just outstanding young men. They're going to be great adults. They're going to be very successful in life.
No doubt about it. He comes from a great family. I love Derek and Angela. His folks just as good as gold. That's the Island family, and I know they're proud of the Junebug. He's come up with some good plays this year, and he'll be on the field an awful lot next year in his senior year. The Rams back at it. Run right up the middle, and it's a gain of a couple. Curtis Smith, Jordan Pegram on the stop for the Raiders. We'll call it a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 for the Rams.
Yeah, and it's like sharks to blood right now. They're sensing it. They're coming off the ball. They're wanting to make the tackle. They're playing assignment football, trusting one another, and that's what you want to see. Have that swagger, but also have that workman-like attitude.
Something special about being on a football team. There's a camaraderie and a bond there that you don't find hardly anywhere else in this world. These Raiders are really gelling, as the great Coach Hawk would say. 2nd down and 9. The Rams to pass. It is complete. 1st down yardage for the Rams as they get it out to the 41-yard line. That is Sanders, the receiver, and a good run after the catch. 1st down, Paragould.
Nice throw, nice route. I mean, his route was crisp, came through there. I thought he was going a little deeper than that. He cut it off, and quarterback made an excellent throw. That's hard to defend. When you do everything right, it's hard to defend. You just make the tackle.
That's exactly right. So Sloas showing a very good arm tonight. Raiders leading 27-0, 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. If you're wondering, the sportsmanship rule kicks in after a 35-point lead in the second half. So if Nettleton can get 8 more points on the board without Paragould scoring, the clock will run continually in the second half, and Coach Shipman and I will be in bed earlier than we would be otherwise. He gives to the running back, and he's got some room. Curtis Smith throws him down right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line. Bailey with a big gain. It's a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1.
You know, and Paragould's came out and said, not so fast, Nettleton. we are in my best Lee Corso. We don't want the mercy rule. We're going to sit here and we're going to fight you and we're going to score a touchdown is the attitude they're coming out with. And Nettleton better buckle up those chin straps a little tighter and not slow down and not lose any focus here.
I promise you, there's no quit in these men in the red jerseys, that's for sure. It's actually a first down. It's first down and 10 for the Raiders at the 49 of the Raiders. He gives to Bailey, and Bailey is tackled by Javonte Wallace, and he throws him down. That's going to be a big tackle for a loss. It's going to be a loss of 4, maybe 5 yards. Javonte Wallace blew that thing up, Coach.
Yes, he did. Hit him pretty good there. But, you know, once again, Paragould, these kids, they hop right back up from some pretty nice hits that they're taking. And that says a lot about the good character these young men have. And that was a nice hit by Mr. Wallace.
It sure was. Javonte Wallace, we're deep on the line. Nettleton is deep on the line. Javonte, one of those guys they can run out there, and, boy, you don't miss a beat when Javonte's in there. He's tough. It's going to be second down and 13 for the Rams. High snap, handled by Sloas. He's going to throw, slings it near sideline, just threw that one away. So that'll stop the clock at 2:23. 27-0 the score. Nettleton with a 4-touchdown lead over Paragould with 2:23 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's probably a pretty good decision by Sloas, the quarterback, because I'm not sure if he held on to it by another second, he was about to be sacked.
Those big defensive linemen for the Raiders, that's not fun.
No, they got through there.
So it'll be third down and 13 for the Rams. And there's a flag on the field. I didn't see the flag actually fly. It might have been after the play or something. Let's see what they're talking about.
I didn't see the activity that went on either, Mr. Miller.
I was watching the ball sail out of bounds and missed the flag flying. So flag on the field. There's quite a bit of discussion going on between the back judge and the man in the white hat, the referee. The man in the white hat is looking toward the press box. He's about to tell us what the call is. Intentional grounding, the call against Paragould. And I believe that's a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down, I believe is what that should be. But it looks like it's still going to be third down. But it'll be third down and 18 for the Rams. The ball is, because of the penalty, it's back in their territory. It's at the 43-yard line. Third down and 18 coming up.
Well, I'm going to stick by my statement. Probably a good idea to do that because it was going to be a farther back loss.
Right. Loss of 5 versus a loss of 12.
Yes.
So third down and 18 for the Rams. Looks like the Raiders are going to get the ball one more time before the half. Gives to Bailey, and he is hit immediately by Jordan Pegram. Jordan Pegram with a tackle for the loss. Javonte Wallace there to assist. That's going to be a loss of couple. It's going to be fourth down and 20. It looks like fourth down and 19 maybe for the Rams. With 2 minutes on the clock, they're going to punt the ball away. We'll see if we can't stick the ball in the end zone one more time before half.
Say our defensive line, they pinned their ears back on that one, and they went out. They sold out, and they went after them.
1:53 and ticking. Paragould letting the clock run as much as they can. There's 28 seconds on the play clock. If you're just now joining us, Nettleton leads 27-0 with 1:40 remaining in the second quarter.
You know, as a Paragould coach, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd go that clock down until it got to about 2.
And, Coach, you helped me out, but I think Nettleton's got 3 timeouts remaining.
I believe we do, so we've got some time depending on what Coach Hampton wants to do.
Markellen Barber gets out of the way. The punt rolls well into the red zone, into Nettleton territory. It is going to be first and 10. It looks like it's about the 17-yard line is where Nettleton will take over. I say 17. Help me out, Coach. It's actually the 12. It's actually the 12-yard line.
I've got my readers on, but they don't help me far out there, Mr. Miller.
It's so far away from us that it's I do know how the line system works. I've been accused of not knowing that before when I'm calling a game. I just so far away I couldn't see. It is first and 10 for the Raiders on their own 12. 1:13 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. Nettleton with a 27-0 lead. Cameron Scarlett in an empty backfield. He's going to pass on first down. We're in our 2-minute drill. Looking downfield, throws. It is complete to downtown Jaden Brown. Let's see what downtown Jaden Brown can do. He has got more than enough for a first down. Pretty good run after the catch. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I liked how he caught the ball, got down there, got some more yards, and now we're hurrying up and getting down, getting ready to go. Clock's wound up.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Clock less than a minute now. Cameron Scarlett back to pass. Looking deep. Throwing over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Kobe Bradley, and Kobe was hit immediately by Paragould's number 18, Garen McDaniel. That stops the clock with 49 seconds.
Yeah, and I like that play they called right there, bringing the back out right there almost like a little wheel route coming in, getting your guys going deep and bringing him in. That's a tough play to defend. They did a decent job. So we get another chance.
Kobe Bradley, a weapon out of the backfield for sure, running the ball or receiving, just unable to haul that one in as he was hit hard right as the ball got there. 2nd down and 10. Scarlett again to pass, throwing over the middle. It is intended for Braylon King and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders.
Yeah, Scarlett had to get rid of that one pretty quick. They came through on a blitz. The guy got in there. He didn't have much time. Almost made a great play.
3rd down and 10 with 3 timeouts. I wonder if they might try a little quarterback draw here, Coach. Let's see what they dial up. 3rd down and 10, and they're going to call a timeout, it looks like.
Is it an officials?
Maybe. I don't see anybody running to either sideline. Yeah, I think it's an officials timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Ball in the middle of the field, 44 seconds remaining in the first half. Nettleton 27, Paragould 0. Nettleton looking to add on before the break. Paragould jumps off sides, and instead of 3rd and 10, it's going to be 3rd and 5. We'll take those free yards.
Oh, yeah, and I like what you said a little while ago. Maybe a quarterback, up the middle there, a little quarterback draw. Not expecting it because they're expecting us probably trying to go down the field on the pass. No, you might be a good coach.
Well, I don't think that is true. I do not think I got what it takes to be a good high school football coach. I'm thankful I work at a school where we got some good guys, that's for sure. Clint Wilson does a great job with the offensive coordinating job. Scarlett to pass, throwing deep, and it is intercepted. Intercepted at the 15-yard line of the Rams. That is Dayton Sanders with the big interception. 36 seconds on the clock. That's a turnover, and Paragould will have it 1st and 10 at their own 18.
And can't take anything away from the D-back. He made a good play. He covered the guy. I actually thought we kind of broke away from him a little bit, but then he recovered and made an outstanding interception there.
Sure did. Heck of a play there. Sanders had a very good game for Paragould.
Yes,
he's made some big catches, some good runs after the catch, and he come up with a big interception right there. 36 seconds on the clock remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Nettleton with a 27-0 lead. We hope that you hang around for the St. Bernard's halftime show. St. Bernard is the heart of good medicine for more than 120 years. We're going to have Nettleton Athletic Director Brian Carter as our special guest, and that will be a cerebral conversation, Mr. Shipman.
Exactly. It's going to be a lot more intelligent conversation than what you've been having with me. Hey, look at here.
Pass intercepted by the Raiders. Juan Badillo picks it off, and Nettleton gets the ball back with 30 seconds. So that's just a couple of interceptions on back-to-back plays, and Nettleton will have it 1st and 10 at the Paragould 48, and we still have a chance to get some points.
And that was even a great interception.
That was
like, hey, okay, you made a good one. Watch this.
We will see that interception. Juan Badillo with a leaping interception. That is I believe that's Juan's 2nd interception of the season, and it came at a good time here. 30 seconds on the clock in the 2nd quarter. Cameron Scarlett with Kobe Bradley in the backfield with him. 2 receivers up top. 1 receiver spread wide near side. Scarlett dropping straight back to pass. It's a screen. It's incomplete. Intended for Kobe Bradley. Like he had his blockers lined up, but the pass is a little bit low. 26 seconds remaining. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and Cameron was rushed a little bit. Somebody got through there a little quicker than he was expecting.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. Nettleton still with 3 timeouts. Scarlett in an empty backfield. 3 receivers spread wide left. Actually, 4 receivers spread to the left. And that's exactly where Scarlett is looking as he drops back. It is complete over the middle to downtown Jaden Brown. He is tackled at the 35-yard line. 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and Nettleton calls a timeout. We will take a 30-second break with them with 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Your score, Nettleton 27, Paragould 0. You're tuned in to Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
For me, rice farming isn't a profession. It's been my life for more than 30 years. And as owner of Nettleton Seed, I've been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. Every planting season, I'm in the fields right along with you, and we're figuring out how to make sure bushels mean dollars together. From selecting your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery and one-on-one consultation, I'd like to help your rice field see more profit this season. I'm Terry Gray at Delaplane Seed. Call me today at 870-249-3447. Let's talk about your best rice options.
And we appreciate Terry Gray and all the great sponsors of the football Friday night broadcast here, including Real Estate Nate, who will be sponsoring the post-game show. Make sure you hang around for that. Hopefully we'll get a chance to visit with Coach Stephen Hampton. Coach Brian Carter, Mr. Brian Carter, our athletic director, will be our guest on the St. Bernard's halftime show. Right now it is 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the Rams 35. Scarlett back to pass, looking deep, all kinds of time. He lets go in the end zone, intended for Max Shan, and it is incomplete. Had him open in the middle of the back corner of the end zone, but knocked away by the Paragould defender. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Nettleton going to have at least one more chance to take a shot downfield.
I thought we had that one, and that guy got his hand in there at the right time. Had plenty of time. The offensive line did an outstanding job.
Outstanding job all day long to look downfield and to make the throw. So 2nd down and 10. 10 seconds on the clock. Ball on the Ram 35-yard line. Nettleton 27, Paragould 0. Nettleton will kick off in the third quarter as they elected to receive the opening kickoff in this game. 2nd down and 10. Scarlett from the gun. He's looking to pass. He throws over the middle. It's complete to downtown Jaden Brown at the 20. He's at the 15, looking for the end zone. He's at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Jaden Brown. Touchdown, Raiders.
Hey, as time expired, he crossed. Oh,
and there is a flag on the play. And then because time did expire, as you said, Coach Shipman, but let's see. Hopefully that's against the Rams, but what do you think the odds of that are? Downtown Jaden Brown made a beautiful run. Caught it at about the 20, made the 15-yard line, and he made a heck of a run after the catch into the end zone. Maybe they'll wave that flag off. Let's see. Illegal block in the back against Nettleton. That will nullify the touchdown. That will nullify the touchdown, and that should be the end of the half, I believe, Coach. I mean, can the half end on a penalty like that? Do you get one more play? Somebody that knows the rules better than I do is going to have to explain that to me.
I think it's over, but, you know, I haven't coached football. I've been a very smart coach for the last 17 years over here in the sidelines. And so,
yeah.
I thought it was, like Mr. Carter just said, I think it's a defensive penalty only.
Yep, so foul on the offense, and so that will be the end of the first half. Your score, Nettleton 27, Paragould 0. We will take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we will have the St. Bernard's halftime show for you, brought to you by St. Bernard's at the heart of good medicine for more than 120 years. We're going to have Nettleton Athletic Director, former Nettleton High School principal, former Paragould High School head coach. He's uniquely qualified to be our halftime guest. We're talking about Brian Carter. He's coming up in 3 minutes on the St. Bernard's halftime show. You're tuned in to Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
What does better mean to you? Maybe it's better services, better support, better ways to build a life or buy a home or run a business. First Security is your partner for it all, with resources and solutions that make a difference for you and others. That's because First Security takes care of customers while building communities. Better for you, better for Arkansas, better for all. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Attention, members and guests.
Get lost at Lost Pizza. See why people continue to flock to Northeast Arkansas's coolest and funkiest place to eat. Try one of Lost Pizza's 10 signature pizzas or create your own. Plus, salads, subs, and pastas. And of course, those famous Delta hot tamales. Lost Pizza offers curbside pickup, dine-in, or delivery, and they also do catering. Lost Pizza with 2 locations in Jonesboro, 906 Southwest Drive, and on Hilltop at 3410 East Johnson. Order at lostpizza.com or download and order through the Lost Pizza app.
Hey, it's Brad Bobo, and as the sideline reporter for Red Wolves football, I've had the chance to see firsthand the great work done by the physicians at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. JOSM doctors have served the athletes at A-State for more than 40 years. Plus, on any Friday night, you can see their physicians on the sidelines at high school games around the area. Whether you're just starting your athletic career or if you're, well past your playing days, JOSM can get you back in the game. To schedule an appointment, call 870-932-1820. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in their field so you can excel on yours.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding, they come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make, every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle, get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to CavanaughCars.com.
Your specialty print and ship store is the Safe Ship Store in Jonesboro. Owner David Leonard wants to help you with all your shipping and printing needs, and they'll always give you the best customer service and highest quality product for the absolute lowest prices in town. So, when you need something packed and shipped, or when you need printed products, call the Safe Ship Store. Come in today to see all they have to offer. For the best customer service, quality, and prices, visit the Safe Ship Store, 2500 Alexander Drive, Suite C in Jonesboro, 870-333-5068.
And we welcome you back to Paragould High School. We're at halftime here, the St. Bernard's halftime show. Nettleton has a 27-0 lead over Paragould at the break, and we are joined here on the St. Bernard's halftime show by Nettleton Athletic Director, Mr. Brian Carter. Mr. Carter, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Appreciate it, Mr. Miller.
You know, you're an old Paragould high school football coach. It's kind of your old stomping grounds here.
Absolutely. Spent 13 years here total, 10 years as a head coach. Enjoyed every minute that I was here. It was, it was a learning experience. A great place to work and live. Just a difficult place to be a football coach.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we'll talk a little bit more about Paragould football and about Coach Sloas and some of the challenges that you understand better than 99.999% of the human population, because you have been here before. But before we talk about football and fall sports and that kind of thing, I want to talk a little Cardinal baseball with you. That's one thing that we would always do when you were the high school principal. Every day at lunch, we would either talk about how good the Cardinals were or how bad they stunk. But now then, you're across the road up there in the big offices, and you hardly ever hang out with us common people. We ain't got a chance to talk much Cardinal baseball. Man, what a wild season it was.
It was unbelievable. The summer was about as bad as you could get if you're a Cardinal fan. June and July were tough, but the end of August, September, as good a run as historic run. So it's as good as it could get. The pitching came around, hitting was there. Defense was there all year. So it made for a great end of the summer. It's bad that when you needed them to play in June and July when football wasn't going on, it was tough to watch. But I was glad enjoyed the end of the year, and Cardinal fan for life.
No doubt about it. We've been Cardinal fans ever since we were knee high to a grasshopper. And you're right. It was some kind of season, and that run, 17 games, but you win the wild card, you're in that one and done playoff, and we just run into a very tough Dodger team.
Most certainly, and you look at that pitcher that went for the Dodgers, and you hope that he's in Cardinal red.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome for sure. Brian Carter, the Athletic director at Nettleton is our halftime guest here, and next year should be a good year for Cardinal baseball. We got a lot of talent coming back. Off season, what's your wish list for the Cardinals going into next season, Mr. Carter?
You know, you got to get Flaherty healthy. That's the first thing you got to do. It all starts with pitching. I think the Cardinals need to spend some money on a number 1B type starter. And then after that, you got to go find somebody who can hit the ball at the ballpark. You got to get on base. You got to hit the ball hard. And I think if the DH comes to Major League Baseball, the Cardinals need to spend some money on a quality starter and a bat.
You know who I'd like to see them bring over at the DH if they bring the DH in? I'd like to see them bring in Albert Pujols.
I love you, Mr. Miller, but I would disagree with you. As big a Cardinal fan as I am, as much as I love Albert Pujols, we've turned the page on that. I love him. He'll go in the Cardinal Hall of Fame. He'll be a Hall of Fame, Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, but his time with the Cardinals to me is done.
Well, I'm a little more nostalgic than you are, always have been. But
yep, absolutely.
I'd love to see number 5 back in St. Louis.
I will cheer if he's there, but it's not on my wish list.
I got you. I do want a shortstop.
Yes.
A big-time shortstop. I don't think Sosa or DeYoung will be our shortstop next year.
I would agree with that. There's a lot on the market. You know, you got to find where the money's going to go. You know, so you've got to go chase a shortstop, and if that's where the bat is, then you can definitely you can get 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
You're listening to Cardinal Talk on the St. Bernard's halftime show. St. Bernard's at the heart of great medicine for more than 120 years. Let's shift gears and go from Cardinals to another passion of both of ours, and that is Nettleton Raider athletics. Let's give us a report on fall sports. It seems like the volleyball team has really been playing well lately.
You know, absolutely. It's been a great run, not only for volleyball but all sports. You know, I'd love to talk about all of them. We've got a doubles tennis team that has qualified for state. They made a great run through the conference tournament. They play on Monday sometime around 1 o'clock, so I hope to be there to watch them. Cross country's going on, kids out performing. But the volleyball team, they've got on a run here in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and have put themselves in contention to make the state playoffs. And we've traveled to Little Rock, we've traveled to Hot Springs, going to Conway in the morning, and you're seeing talent and teams from around the state, and every weekend that we go play, you see us struggling to get in 4th place in our league, but yet, winning our pools and going in the gold bracket and winning games down there against big schools around the state. You realize how difficult and tough volleyball is in Northeast Arkansas.
No doubt about that. Brian Carter, the Nettleton High School athletic director, our guest on the St. Bernard's halftime show. You mentioned tennis and a couple of our young men who qualified for the state tournament. That's a couple of my students, actually, Cameron Salo and Will Jensen. So proud of those guys. And we've said that about so many of our football players, but that's 2 young men, Cameron Salo and Will Jensen. They're better young men than they are tennis players. Just outstanding guys.
Absolutely. Just the way they represent our school, the way they represented us, at that conference meet. Got to sit there and watch them. Got to sit there and watch them perform. You could see that they were playing well and getting better every game, as Coach McDaniel told me. And then, then they pull a little mild upset and a long game and toughed it out, and it was great to see.
No doubt about it. Brian Carter, the Nettleton High School athletic director, our guest on the St. Bernard's halftime show. Let's talk about this football team. 5-0 and 6-0 if they can hold on to this 27-0 lead. So they'll be 6-0 tonight if they can do that. It's a good football team.
Absolutely, it is. We can move the football, we can throw it. Cameron Scarlett is a heck of an athlete, great quarterback, delivering the football tonight. Defensively, we run to the football as well as we have. I think one area improvement that, I don't know if it's Coach Johnson or just being a senior-laden team, we tackle better than we've tackled in the last couple of years. And, when you're making open field tackles and one-on-one tackles, it covers up a lot of stuff that you can do up front. So, it's a well-rounded football team. We look forward to the rest of the season. Got to hang on here, got to stay healthy, got to keep doing what you're doing. But, it's been a pleasure to watch so far. And, I know bigger and better things are out there for them, and they're excited for the second half of the season.
No doubt about it. Brian Carter, our athletic director, who's our guest here on the St. Bernard's halftime show. How good do you think this team can be? And when you think about great Nettleton teams throughout history, you got to think about the Derek Lawson run, a semifinalist. You got to think about the DeAndre Henry-led team just a few years ago. They made it to the semifinals. You feel like this is a team that eventually can be spoken of in those that rarefied air?
Well, you talk about the team with Lawson and those guys. That they just kept getting better as the year went on. The competition started to get better through the league. They got better every week. You can see it on film. I was coaching here in Paragould and got to witness it on film and playing with seeing them. But when they got hot at the end of the year, they figured out what they were doing offensively, and boy, that was a good football team, and they were rolling at the right time. DeAndre Henry and that group. I don't know, Mr. Miller, if we've had a team better than them. Defensively, that was an outstanding group. For as explosive as Derek was, that team was explosive all over the field. You go back and look at the Nettleton teams that I've witnessed, that would be a hard team to beat.
Yeah.
We were very good defensively, and as explosive as we were offensively, that team would absolutely hit you. We were big and physical, and you're splitting hairs when you're talking about those teams. And, there was some teams in the 90s with the Johnson kid at quarterback. That was a good football team.
Yep.
There's been good football teams up and down, throughout the decades at Nettleton, but those two are very good.
Roger McMillan was a quarterback at some good teams. Andy Shatley, my usual broadcast colleague, had some when he was a quarterback, they had a good run. When Blake Tennyson was a senior, they had a good run. Made it, I think, to the quarterfinals of the state. Got beat by Osceola, if I'm not mistaken. But I think you would agree the greatest of all time would be those late 80s teams.
They were, those were good football teams. I was proud to be a part of them. I'm glad that we never had to suit up in this league, though.
A little different league than the old 3B North. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Whether we were actually AA.
Yeah. 3AA North. Get the B out of there, Mr.
That's
Miller.
right.
That's sensitive to the AAA.
3AA. Brian Carter, the athletic director at Nettleton, our guest on the St. Bernard's halftime show. Your first head coaching job was here at Paragould. What years were you here? Do you remember that by any chance?
Absolutely. I got here in the 95-96 school year as an assistant coach. Became the head coach at Paragould in 1999. Stayed here through the 2008 football season. At the end of 2009, 13 years total, 10 years as the head coach. And, like I said, love the place. Kids played hard, great support from the community. It's just difficult to win, but we made the playoffs in 2003, made the playoffs again in 2004. You look back at those two teams that finished in fourth place both years, but two very good football teams in this league. And one of those years we had three of the four teams in 2003 in the finals. In the Final Four, had two teams that played in the finals, and the same thing again turned around in 2004, and we had back-to-back champions. So very difficult league to be a part of, and but it was a great time, great friends here. Michael Sloas, the head coach here now, he and I, basically grew up together here at Paragould. He's been here a long time, and his son Ben and my daughter just a few days apart, grew up together, and I got a fondness in my heart for this place. I feel for those guys. Their kids are competing like they always do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just difficult to win, and you see that they've been coached up. They're executing on the field.
Yeah.
Just don't have the horses.
Right. We mentioned earlier in the game, you got X's and O's, and then you got Jimmy's and Joe's, and you can have everything schemed out just right to have the guys in the right place, but if the guy across the field from you is bigger, faster, and stronger, that you can throw that out the window.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
There's no great equalizer in football. It's a pitcher can dominate any baseball game, any softball game. One guy can get hot in basketball and can put it in the hole, or the other team might not be able to make it a basket. But you line up in football, and it takes 33 and total, and if you run into those athletes, it's very difficult.
No doubt about it. I'm like yourself. I'm a big fan of Coach Sloas. Just a good man, and I know these Paragould Rams haven't met with much success this year. But as a parent, you got to feel good about your kid playing for a Coach Sloas.
Absolutely. He's a model guy, and one that I would want my kid to play for, and one that I would support. You see them right here. They're lining up and doing things correctly. You see them. They're getting to where they need to be. They just can't make haven't been able to make the play, and that's good for us. We're talented. We run the football. Our coaches do a great job as well. Scheme wise, I think we're doing as good a job as we've done in a long time, and it's tough on Paragould, but we're a pretty good football team, and it's a pretty good football league, and some of those times that makes it difficult to win games. That's why each one of them special.
That's right. That is exactly right. 27-0 to score here at the St. Bernard's halftime show. Nettleton over Paragould. Is there anything about coaching football that you miss?
I do, absolutely. I miss football. There is nothing better than sitting in a coach's office on a Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, scheming up what you got to do to move the football or to stop somebody. I miss the camaraderie of the coach's office. Some of my best friends in the world were guys that were on that I was on a staff with or that were on my staff of coaches. And, it's I missed that part. I missed trying to find first downs, and it was difficult at Paragould. You had to coach for a first down. We weren't coaching for home runs or big plays. We were trying to get first downs, trying to stop people, and I missed the X's and O's part of it. Just being with kids. I think that's one of the things about the new job that I've got is I'm not around kids the way that I was for a long time, and I missed that part of it.
Got you. Brian Carter, the athletic director at Nettleton. Sure do appreciate you spending some time with us, man, and go out there and keep on supporting the Raiders. Now that we're not athletes, we can be athletic supporters.
Yeah, if you can't be one, that's what you need to be.
Right. Wasn't it in Greece where they said that?
That's where it was.
I think that's
and
right.
it was the school personnel that said it.
That's right. The assistant principal, I believe, or maybe the principal that said it. I don't know. In any event, he's Brian Carter. He's been our guest on the St. Bernard's Halftime Show, brought to you by St. Bernard's at the heart of great medicine for more than 120 years. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll have the second half when we come back. It's 27-0 Raiders at the half. You're tuned in to Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud that extra effort that makes our schools and activities an important part of our communities, more now than ever. Working as a team to make our communities better by helping you reach your goals, that's what happens at Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, home of me banking. Member FDIC.
If you've injured your neck or back, or if you've been in a car accident, you should call the doctors at the Betts Clinic. They've been helping the residents of Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas for over 20 years now. Many people don't know what to do or where to go after a wreck. Go to the Betts Clinic. You can call them now at 931-3722 or find them on the web at thebettsclinic.com. If you have a bulging or herniated disc, let the doctors at the Betts Clinic help you, like they've helped so many others. Call 931-3722 or go to thebettsclinic.com.
On the Front Row with Bedrow is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Paragould and Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
Maybe your instincts tell you not to trust everything you hear in the media. We get it. It's only human to question things. So if you're still questioning whether or not you should get vaccinated, ask the people you know right here in Arkansas who you really trust, like your doctor, people you've seen with your own eyes, the real threat of COVID, and the remarkable effectiveness of America's vaccines. That's why St. Bernard's Healthcare is asking you to take a stand with us and sit for a shot. Learn more at sitforashot.org.
You can rely on K13 Computers' 40 years of experience to help you. K13 provides you with solutions to your computing problems. Whether you need repairs or IT service for your business, let K13 be your first call. K13 also is your go-to spot for building that gaming PC. They have knowledge, experience, and the products to help you. K13 Computers, 2106 South Caraway next to Barton's Home Improvement. Call 627-5477. That's 627-5477 or visit K13Inc.com. K13 Computers.
Evolve Bank and Trust is your local source for home and business loans. Evolve Bank and Trust is making banking personal again with our friendly customer service and fast turnaround times. Your hometown bank for more than 90 years. Evolve Bank and Trust's dedicated staff can help you realize the dream of owning a home or help grow your small business with confidence. For more information, visit our office at 111 East Huntington, Suite A in Jonesboro, or call 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480, or check us online at getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, equal housing lender.
And we welcome you back to Paragould High School, where Nettleton has a 27-0 lead over Paragould here at the halftime break. Craig Miller and David Shipman sitting in with you here on the St. Bernard's Halftime Show. We're just minutes away from the kickoff. Actually, there's 20 seconds on the clock. Paragould is returning from the field house. Nettleton is already out there, and we should have some high school football for you here in just a few seconds. Let's while we're waiting for the second half kickoff, which Nettleton will be kicking off to Paragould with a 27-point lead, let's talk about the first half of play. Nettleton got off to a quick start. They won the opening coin toss. They received the opening kickoff, and in two plays, they marched down the field, and Kobe Bradley, it was a long pass to I believe it was to DJ Willis.
That's correct, yes.
Mr. Shipman, and then gave the ball to Kobe Bradley from 4 yards out. He punched it in with 11:34 on the clock. So 26 seconds, and the Raiders were already on the board. Joseph Newhung punched through the point after kick, and boy, that was a statement drive there to start things off.
It was, and then but then Paragould came out and made a statement on their own and drove down the field and stalled out. But, it wasn't from lack of effort.
No doubt about it. They marched the field down on the Raiders, and you got to give them credit. Here on a homecoming night, whenever the stands are full of Paragould faithful, these young men out there in the red jerseys who've had a tough season, and they haven't won a game yet, but, boy, they battled against a very good opponent, our Nettleton Raiders, and they battled. They took the ball all the way. They had it 1st and goal at one time. The Nettleton defense stiffened, and then the Paragould defense made us stop, and Nettleton got the ball back. Actually, it was a punt that hit the back of one of our offensive linemen, and Paragould had 1st down and 10 at their own at the Raider 15-yard line. That's where they were starting. You got to say a great big shout out to the Nettleton defense for holding them right there and for keeping them scoreless here in the first half.
Yeah, that was big in that play right there because, our backs were against the wall. We'd had some adversity hit us, kind of just punched us right in the mouth on that punt, and our defense came out, did what they were supposed to, execute, and got the stop.
Got the big stop, and then Kobe Bradley made a statement. On the ball on the 31-yard line. They gave it to Kobe Bradley. He ran right side, scampered 69 yards, made the house call into the end zone, and with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter, Nettleton took a 14-0 lead. So Nettleton outscored Paragould 14-0 in the first quarter. The second quarter, likewise, was all Nettleton. On the first play of the second quarter, Cameron Scarlett hit his one of his favorite targets, downtown Jaden Brown, a 64-yard touchdown pass. Joseph Newhung kicked his 3rd point after kick, and it made the score 21-0. And Jaden Brown has caught a couple of touchdown passes. One of them got called back on a penalty, but that young man knows what to do with the football after he catches it.
Yeah, the one that got called back on a penalty right at the end of the half, outstanding run after the catch. When he caught it, turned back into the field, I thought, I don't know if we made the right decision here. But then made some good moves, got in there. Unfortunately, we had a block in the back or something.
Right. Had called it back, and that's happened a lot this year, but those things happen. And Nettleton scored, made it 21-0 with 11:48. And then with 5:21 remaining in the second quarter, Kobe Bradley ran the ball in from 5 yards out. That was his 3rd touchdown of the half. The point after attempt was no good, and here at the half, your score is Nettleton 27 and Paragould 0. Nettleton's kickoff team is on the field. Kendrick McShann, he is the cousin of Nettleton's receiver Ken Warren McShann. He is on to kick off, and Paragould's kickoff return unit is out there, and we're just about ready to play some tackle football out there. McShann gives the instructions to the Raiders in the huddle. They fan out across the 35-yard line. Ball is on the 40. McShann boots it deep. High end-over-end kick. Fielded at the 13-yard line by number 17. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he is thrown down by Juan Badillo at the 24-yard line. That's where Paragould will take over 1st and 10 here in the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, I hope our defense comes out, get back to work. Let's get a stop here. Let's come off the ball hard.
Let's come off the ball hard. Let's score 8 points, and let's get that turbo clock rolling. That's what I'm saying, Coach.
That'd be nice. But, Paragould's been in that locker room right now. The coach has been talking to them, making adjustments. firing them back up a little bit. I got a feeling they're going to come out, probably fire on all cylinders, but so we got to be ready for it.
First down and 10 for the Rams on their own 24-yard line. That's where the first drive starts here of the second half. Sloas is going to pass, and it is complete to his tight end. He is thrown down by Halon Willie after a gain of 5. That's Carter Ballou, the receiver who caught that, the tight end, I guess is what he is, and it's a gain of 5, second down and 5.
Yeah, they came out and ran a little extra out. I'd almost call it a pick because it looked like the outside receiver kind of came in with his hands up, ready to block. But that's football for you, and made an excellent throw and catch.
So it's second down and 5 for Paragould. They have a huddle. It's one thing you don't see nearly as often as you used to, Coach Shipman, is teams huddling up. Paragould breaks the huddle, and they approach the line of scrimmage. Second down and 5 for the Paragould Rams. They trail Nettleton 27-0 here in the early minutes of the third quarter. Sloas to pass. It is incomplete. It's going to be third down and 5.
I believe somebody made on offense, somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and they didn't go the correct route.
As we've mentioned numerous times, been impressed with the way this Sloas kid throws the football. He does a nice job.
I've been impressed with it as well. Got good accuracy. Seems like he knows what he's doing. And the receivers make some good plays.
Third down and 5 for the Rams. Nettleton with 4 down linemen, and one of them jumps off sides. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to give Paragould a first down.
Yeah, that's not something you want to happen this stage of the game. You're giving Paragould a little confidence right now. You need to kind of come out and knock that confidence out of them and get a score here and get the clock going.
Clock is at 10:58 here in the third quarter. Nettleton 27, Paragould 0. And as you mentioned in the first half, Coach, obviously you don't like the offsides, but one thing about it, these Nettleton defensive linemen are playing aggressively out there.
They are, and that's one you try to correct them, but then again, you don't want to take that aggressiveness out of them.
Slows to pass. Is batted down and almost intercepted. Batted down. It looked like it was Jordan Pegram who batted it down. Almost intercepted. Falls incomplete. Second down and 10. We just almost had a pick 6.
Sorry, I got a little excited there, Mr. Miller. I thought it was about pick 6, and I was about to jump up and do a backflip.
We need a video camera in the booth.
Yeah, I would have hit my head on the backflip.
That could have been very bad for sure. But, yeah, it was Jordan Pegram, it looked like, jumped up, and you correct me if I'm wrong on that. I believe it's Pegram got a hand on the ball,
yes.
and it was nearly picked off on the old tip drill. Second down and 10 for Paragould, who is shown in this game that they can throw the football. Sloas dropping back to pass, but it's going to be a quarterback sack. That's Jordan Pegram, who just shot through the A gap and sacked Ben Sloas. Big loss, maybe a loss of 10 or 12. Third down and long for the Rams.
I'm not sure anybody touched Pegram. He got through there so quick, and I don't know if it's a missed blocking assignment. I'd like to just say it was his quickness and athletic ability that got him through there.
Well, he is cat quick.
Yes, he is.
He is a good-sized young man, Jordan Pegram, 6'3", 260. Reminds me a little bit of Leon Lett, the old great Dallas Cowboy defensive lineman. The big cat is what they called him, and that's the way Jordan Pegram moves out there. He has got some speed.
Yeah, but he's nothing compared to Mean Joe Green with the Steelers back in the 70s.
You notice I make Cowboys references. That's what I like to make. It's third down and about 20, it looks like, for the Rams. Sloas, it's a draw play and snuffed out immediately by linebacker Opie Taylor. That's Orion Pugh. And it's going to be fourth down and long. Good tackle there by Opie.
Yeah, good defensive play. Draw sometimes can fool you because your defense is expecting something else, and they can sometimes run right past it. Good heads-up awareness by the defensive line and linebackers there.
So after Orion Pugh makes a tackle for the loss, the Rams are going to punt. Punter standing at his own 10-yard line. Markellen Barber back deep for the Raiders. Low punt, end over end. Markellen Barber is going to pick it up and run it. Picks it up at the 31-yard line. Eludes a couple of defenders. He's still on his feet, and I believe the turf monster got him right there. He tried to cut and kind of lost his footing. So he is down at the Raider 37-yard line, maybe the 38-yard line. That's where Nettleton take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, you can't fault Barber for the lack of effort right there. He did everything he could to try to stay up and get that ball and get a return. I really appreciate his effort.
It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Cameron Scarlett, the quarterback from the gun. He's got 3 receivers on his right, 1 up left. That's DJ Willis, the big tight end, who's now in motion, goes into the slot back position. In motion is Braylon King, gives the ball to Kobe Bradley. He's running left side. He busts through. He's got the first down. He's got a little bit of running room. He's across midfield, and he is brought down at the 45-yard line of the Rams. Very good run by Kobe Bradley.
Very nice run, especially after contact. That should have been a no-gain or a 1-yard gain. Breaks that tackle, then should have been a 3-yard gain, breaks it, and just keeps moving and makes it into a first down.
9:02 and ticking. 9:02, as soon as they get the sticks set, it'll be ticking. Nettleton up 27-0 here in the 3rd quarter. Scarlett gives to downtown Jaden Brown. Jaden Brown has got the first down, lowers his shoulder, and bulls forward to the 34-yard line. First down, Raiders. Good run by Jaden Brown.
Yeah, really nice run. This is probably where some of our depth is going to start coming into play because Paragould's playing a lot of the game, with the same guys on both sides, it looks like. And, our guys getting a little fresh and coming in, a little more power.
Does make a difference here in the second half. Cameron Scarlett in the gun, Kobe Bradley in the backfield with him. Ball is on the right hash. Raiders moving from left to right on your radio dial. Gives to Kobe Bradley, and he is hit immediately by number 22. That is Braxton Tilley, who made the stop. A little bit of a loss, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, the kid made a good play, got by a block, came in. What you do now, you line back up and try to run another play.
Raiders with a 27-point lead here in the 3rd quarter. 27-0 the score. Cameron Scarlett from the gun. He's going to pass over the middle. It is complete to DJ Willis. He's at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, DJ Willis. Touchdown, Raiders.
Nice job. Good throw catch, but the catch really impressed me. What DJ did right there. Reached back, grabbed it, and went. Then, after contact here down around the 5-yard line, drug the guy in. Great job, Nettleton.
7:51 to play in the 3rd quarter, and makes the score 33-0. And let's see if they go for 2 here. If they go for 2, it will activate the turbo clock, and it looks like Nettleton is going to go for 2. Cameron Scarlett in the gun. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with him. He's rolling out to the right side. Scarlett's going to run it, and he just waltzes into the end zone. I like that call. It activates the sportsmanship rule. Cameron Scarlett with the 2-point conversion and makes the score 35-0. The clock will run the rest of this game.
Yeah, good call by Coach Wilson right there. And that's what you want. You want to come out. You want to get that 2-point, get the 35-point lead, get the mercy rule going, and get these kids out of here and hopefully injury-free.
I believe that was 34 yards. I'll ask our statistician, Lindsey Miller. 34 yards on the pass. Could be wrong about that. This is unofficial, but it was a long pass from Cameron Scarlett to DJ Willis. And, man, DJ, he went down and caught that. That was a nice-looking catch.
That was a difficult catch.
Yes.
Because he's running full speed on that route, and he comes back, reaches down behind him a little bit, catches the ball. Can't say enough good about that kid either. We're going to pat him on the back in the lunchroom.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. DJ has had a good season for us, and he is a weapon. DJ Willis. He's a senior. He's 6'2", 240. That's a good-sized young man. 6'2", 240. Can run, can catch. That's a weapon for the Raiders.
It
DJ
really is.
Willis.
It's somebody when you're sitting on defense looking at catching that big guy and then trying to tackle him. That's a tough chore.
Glad that he's on our side for sure. Great catch and a great run after the catch, DJ Willis. The Golden Boy on to kick off. That's Daniel Golden. Golden puts his foot into it. High end over end kick. Fielded at the 20-yard line. And a host of Raiders down there, including Jamie Morris. Corbin Bailey on the return. I believe that was Morris who led the tackle. It's going to be first down and 10 for Paragould from their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, now we're going to get the defense out there. I'm not sure what coach is going to start doing. I bet we'll start seeing some subbing here in the next series or two, get some of these younger guys, the guys in the second and third strings, in there a little more experience.
Well, I like that. Nettleton, of the 22 starters, 16 of them are seniors. And so next year, we're going to be a young team.
Yeah.
So a game like this will be an excellent opportunity to get some of those guys that are going to be on the field next year some Friday Night Light action.
Oh, yeah. Just builds excitement.
Slows the quarterback, Bailey in the backfield with him. He gives the ball. Actually, that's not Bailey, I do not believe. I do know that Jordan Pegram makes the stop. That was number 33. And Wilkerson, his name is not on the roster, but our PA man, Jackie Fulton, Wilkerson, Jordan Pegram with the tackle for a loss. It's going to be second down and 11, and again, big number 90 making his presence felt.
He's had a good night for him, and he's made Paragould have some bad nights on the offensive line tonight. He has come to play.
He really has, and he has had a tremendous season. He's up for KEIT 8 Player of the Month. All the Raider fans, go to KEIT 8's website, vote for Jordan Pegram, Player of the Month. Ken Warren McShann also up for it. Vote for him as well. Pass is intercepted. Markellen Barber, who's had a tough time keeping his footing all night long, he did intercept the ball, and then the turf monster got him. But an interception, Markellen Barber.
He seems to be finding all the slick turf.
He does. He does, but he was in the right place. He was playing center field, if you will, and he got under that fly ball and made the interception. And big play, Markellen Barber. So Nettleton with the clock running, 35-0 lead, 5:41 and rolling. Curtis Smith in at quarterback. That may be it for Nettleton's number one team, their number one quarterback, Cameron Scarlett. It's like we do have some subs in there, Coach. It's Keandre Pope, the ball carrier. Boy, he just runs over somebody. It looked like Earl Campbell running the ball. And Pope with a tough run. He gained, looked like 3, but boy, it was a tough 3.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see these guys getting some time, coming. That's what the starters' jobs are. When you have the opportunity to get out there, get a mercy rule going, so the next set can get in there and get that experience, because you never know. You're an injury away from playing. You need some time.
Keandre Pope, who would be our number 2 running back, he scored 2 touchdowns last week in the game against Brooklyn. This time, Curtis Smith keeps it, running left side, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet. He is in, and he may go. He's at the 20. He's in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Curtis Smith. Holy cow! What a run by Curtis. How far of a run was that, Lindsey?
Yeah, we're looking about 55 to 56 yards, maybe. I'm just going on a guesstimate here, looking back at the pins. With Curtis and that run, you alluded to it earlier. The kid has ability, and he just makes plays sometimes out of nothing. Did it as a junior high quarterback in the 9th grade last year. Just amazed me on some of the stuff he did.
Holy cow, that was a good run by Curtis Smith. He outrun my eyesight. I ain't gonna lie to you. He burst through there, and it makes the score 41-0. Joseph New-Hung kicks the extra point, and that makes it 42-0. So we'll call it a 57-yard run by Curtis Smith, the second string, the backup quarterback. He's a starting outside linebacker for us, and as Mr. Shipman said, he was the junior high quarterback last year, and he is quite an athlete, and boy, he showed it right there. That was a heck of a run by Curtis Smith.
And never gave up. Just when he got hit, got that contact, he just kept going, spun out of it. You better bring your lunchbox if you're going to try to tackle this kid, because it's going to be a job.
No doubt about it. And makes the score 42-0. 3:18 on the clock. The sportsmanship rule is in effect, also known as the turbo clock. The clock just keeps right on running. I guess the only thing that'll stop the clock is a timeout, I believe.
I believe that's correct.
Maybe even an injury timeout. That might stop it, and let's pray nothing like that happens. As we mentioned in the pregame show, the objectives for tonight, Coach, get a win, number 1. Number 2, keep everybody healthy. You don't want to see any of these young men injured, that's for sure. Kendrick McShann will be kicking off. Nettleton uses a couple of kickers to kick off. Daniel Golden and Kendrick McShann. Joseph New-Hung is the field goal specialist. Ball fielded at the 15-yard line by number 23. That's Bailey. He spins his way to the 26. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Rams there. Making the stop for Nettleton was number 18, Kylan Shelton.
Yeah, nice coming in tackle. We almost got him for a big tackle there. We just ran by, and the kid from Paragould made a good move and avoided that tackle.
So it'll be first and 10, Paragould from their own 26. The score is Nettleton 42, Paragould 0. 2 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. The sportsmanship rule is in effect. So we only have about maybe 12 or 13 minutes, 14 minutes with you on this broadcast, as this game will get by in a hurry. Slows the quarterback. He gives to a big running back, number 33, and boy, he runs forward close to the first down. Tackle made downfield by Nettleton's number 57, Caden Newsom.
You know, we got some new fresh bodies out there on defense right now, and so they're probably going to try to figure it out. And hadn't had a lot of time out there tonight, and hopefully we'll get adjusted to the pace of the game, because Paragould's used to the pace of the game right now.
That is a gain of, we'll call it a gain of 8. It's going to be second down and 2 for Paragould. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. Clock continually rolling as Nettleton's up 42-0. Gives to the big running back, number 33, and he runs into the big defensive line of the Raiders. He falls forward. Wilkerson, the ball carrier, falls forward close to the first down stick. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be spotted right at the stick, actually about 6 inches short, it looks like. It's going to be 3rd and inches for the Rams.
Yeah, going to be a big play right here. See what these guys stay low, try to control the line of scrimmage and get some push backwards on the offensive line and make a tackle for a stop here.
Jorge Salas, Simeon Richardson in on the defensive line. One of those guys is starters. Jorge Salas is a starter, and he's still in there. He's at the nose guard position right now. Ram quarterback gives to Wilkerson. Actually, we got a new quarterback out there, and he's tackled for a big loss. Huge loss over there. Halon Willie leading the tackle, also in on the stop. Kylan Goodlow and number 24, Javante Wallace. It was 3rd and inches, and now then it's going to be 4th down and 5 for Paragould. And that's the end of the third quarter. We'll take a 60-second break. Fourth quarter when we come back. Nettleton 42, Paragould 0. You are tuned in to Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
And the way you manage those needs should be personal as well. The team at Southern Home Healthcare is local, knowledgeable, and courteous, giving you the customized care you and your family deserve. When facing breathing challenges, the on-staff respiratory therapists at Southern Home Healthcare provide support and guidance just for you. And you can sleep better with the help of their CPAP and BiPAP therapy. Plus, treat your strains, sprains, and pain with the help of Southern Home Healthcare's high-quality bracing devices. Go online to southernhomehealthjonesboro.com.
Jonesboro Overhead Doors and Tri-County Garage Doors. With over 40 years of service, Jonesboro Overhead Doors and Tri-County Garage Doors is your first call for commercial, industrial, and residential overhead and garage doors. Come see us at 925 East Parker Road or give us a call at 870-932-6891. Good luck to all the team from Jonesboro Overhead Doors and Tri-County Garage Doors.
Raider football on Nettleton Television and the EAB Sports Network. Fourth quarter just about to start. Nettleton with a 42-0 lead over the Paragould Rams. Nettleton looking to move 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in conference. Next week is homecoming. Sure hope everybody comes out to Nettleton as we take on Greene County Tech. Homecoming action. It's 4th down and 5 for Paragould, and they are going to punt the first play of the fourth quarter. Markellen Barber to receive. He calls for the fair catch, and he makes it at the 40-yard line of the Raiders, and that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, good job by Barber there, fair catching that. We've got great field position. Now let the offense come out and do their job.
The offense has definitely done that as they have racked up 6 touchdowns en route to a 42-0 lead. Curtis Smith is the quarterback. He is he's joined in the backfield by Keandre Pope. Cortez in the gun. Nettleton letting the clock run down, the play clock before they call it. Gives to the Pope. Keandre running straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle. He's across midfield at the 45. Spins his way forward. Heck of a run by Keandre Pope. Move the chains. First down Raiders. Gain of about 15.
You know, and that good run. There's contact right at the line of scrimmage. He gets through it, keeps moving on. You're probably sitting over there thinking, golly, why is this kid not starting? But then you look at Bradley running, and, you know, we are blessed right now with some depth in the backfield and on our line.
No doubt about it, because I tell you, you don't miss anything when you put Keandre Pope out there. One thing the coaches tell me about Pope, he has a tremendous attitude. Mm-hmm. He's a good ball player, but he's got a great attitude. You know what a difference that makes.
Oh, tremendous.
Cortez Smith, the quarterback, Keandre Pope in the backfield with him, gives to Pope. Pope running right side. He's got more room. He's got a first down and then some. He is tackled down the 25-yard line. Move the chains, another big gain for Keandre Pope.
Hey, I like what he's doing. I like the effort he's giving. He's like, hey, coach, look at me. Here I am. I'm going to run the ball hard too. We're in good hands right now.
So the backup quarterback and the backup running back making some plays out here for the Raiders. Raiders 42, Rams 0. 9 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Sportsmanship rule in effect, so the clock will not be stopped. We're less than 10 minutes away from the Raiders moving to 6-0 on the season.
When was the last time Nettleton was 6-0, Mr. Miller?
I believe it may have been it might have been DeAndre Henry's junior year, perhaps. I believe at one time we were 8-0 that season.
Yes, sir.
We dropped the final 2 games, kind of had a disappointing end of the season. Cortez Smith, the quarterback keeper, running left side. He is across the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Cortez Smith, another touchdown for Cortez. Big run by Cortez Smith.
You know, and they faked it to Pope, and then Pope went over there, and Paragould bid on it, and Cortez kept the ball and came around the other side off tackle, and, you know, just kind of he ran into the end zone, but just no contest on that one.
He is a good runner.
He is a good runner.
That's his second touchdown. The first one was on a 57-yard run. That was a 27-yard run. I'm doing the math here. That's pretty near 80 yards.
He's a savvy runner. He just, you know, some kids just have it.
57 and 27, 84 yards, I believe, is the total right there, just on those 2 runs alone. Joseph Newhung comes in and boots the extra point. It is good. So with 8:25 and clock running, your score is now Nettleton 49 and Paragould 0. We'll call that another Kavanaugh Auto Group drive of the night, and that is a Domino's delivery of the night. Nobody delivers like Domino's Pizza, and our friends at Kavanaugh, to view their complete inventory from the comfort of your home, log on to KavanaughCars.com.
You know, Mr. Miller, what I've enjoyed watching right here when these second stringers get in is there's no lack of effort. These kids are coming out here and they're making the best of what time they're given. And you know, years ago when I was just an assistant coach getting to watch some special kids at Wynn, it reminds me when we had a sophomore named D'Angelo Williams that he would come in after we had big leads and would pretty much he would show off a little bit.
I would say so.
You know, 10-year NFL career, and he was the second stringer for us. And
that's a pretty good second string running back.
That was excellent, but that just kind of tells you what we had in the backfield too.
Yeah, he's the kind of player that makes a coach look real smart.
You know, good athletes, good players, make coaches good.
Ain't no doubt about it. D'Angelo, one of the best. I saw him run wild at Raider Field one night. Daniel Golden to kick off. Golden boots it high, deep, end over end to the 10-yard line. The Ram returner is hit by Kylan Shelton, also in on the stop. Or a correction, that was, Kylan Shelton, and I believe that was Juan Badillo in the stop as well. So Paragould will have it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Nettleton 49, Paragould 0, 6 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in this game. And the clock will not stop as we are under sportsmanship rules here.
Defensive guys coming out, getting ready to go.
It's a new quarterback, number 4 for the Rams. He's been out the last couple of series. Gives it to Wilkerson. He's immediately hit. How about that? That's Kylan Shelton. Throws him down for the loss. The new quarterback is Gavin Oswalt. Gavin Oswalt for Paragould. Nice play there by Shelton.
Yeah, and that's something else you do as a coach. If you're on the other side, which is not fun to be on the other side, but you get your kids some time out there too, because they're at practice every day.
Right.
They've earned this, and give them some experience.
So it's Paragould's second unit going up against a lot of Nettleton's second unit. We do see a few starters out there. I see on the defensive side, but a lot of guys that don't get to play often getting some playing time tonight. Oswalt, the quarterback, gives it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson running left side, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That is Nettleton's number 23, Damian Person.
And Mr. Craig, you said like having some of our starters still out there, and people that are out there in the crowd may wonder, well, why are they doing this? You do that because they become your quarterbacks on defense, or they're your general, your field general, kind of keeping some of these younger guys, making sure we're lined up correctly, and so we're doing things right.
Jacob Linderman out there playing for the Raiders. Good, another outstanding young man. Kylan Goodlow, it's playing at corner for the Raiders. 49-0, less than 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock and ticking. Oswalt to pass. It is intended for number 14. That is Carter Ballou, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down and 15 for Paragould. So they will punt the ball away. Nettleton will get the ball one more time. Nettleton outscored Paragould 27-0 in the first half and 22-0 so far here in the second.
And talking to Coach Johnson today and yesterday during lunch and things of that nature, this is what he wanted. He wanted them to come out here and do their job.
Rams get the punt away, and it rolls out of bounds near midfield into Nettleton territory. 49-yard line. That's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock and running. Nettleton 49, Paragould 0. Wouldn't surprise me to see Nettleton go into the old victory formation pretty quickly here, Coach.
Yeah, that's you do that. Either run straight up the middle, try not to get big chunks, but get enough to get a first down, or if you can burn the clock, burn it.
And you can bet Nettleton not trying to run up the score, but you also don't want to tell a guy not to give it everything he's got.
Yeah.
You have a Keandre Pope who is a dadgum good running back. You give him the ball, and he's going to try to take it to the house just because that's what good football players do.
That's what you want to coach your kids to do.
That's right.
100% effort.
That's right. It gives to Keandre Pope. He runs right side, down the sideline, 1st down, gain of about 15. It's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders in Paragould territory. He's at the 35-yard line of the Rams.
Yeah, and, another nice run. And somebody might also say they're against the second string, but then again, we're still working hard trying to make some difference out there.
And that's a flag on the play. Let's see what that is. It's going to be holding against Nettleton. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty, and they'll repeat 1st down. That tells me that we will see the victory formation because the clock is continually rolling. It's at 2:19, and so I fully expect to see the old victory formation here at any moment. Curtis Smith is the quarterback, and he is in the gun looking over at the offensive coordinator, Coach Clint Wilson. 2 minutes on the clock. Cortez in the backfield with Pope. Gives to Pope, runs right up the middle. And he's got a 1st down, running down the sideline. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Raiders. Help me out with the line of scrimmage there. That's Keandre Pope with the touchdown. And they're actually not calling it a touchdown. They said he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, okay, so it looked to me like Pope with the touchdown, but
and now with 1:22 on the clock, Mr. Miller, it's probably time to take that knee and.
Yeah, 1st and 10 Raiders on the Rams 30. Just over a minute to play. 49-0. Nettleton with the big lead. Scarlett back out there for the victory formation, and now we're going to take a knee and we're going to take it to the house. So the Raiders will improve to 6-0 on the season. There's 20 seconds on the play clock. There's 52 seconds on the clock, so we'll have to snap it a couple of times here. But Nettleton has gone on the road and spoiled homecoming for Paragould with a 49-0 victory. Scarlett takes a knee, and we'll have to snap it one more time as the clock is at 34 seconds, play clock at 25. So we'll get one more snap in, and then, or actually, I don't think we're going to have to even do one more snap. That's the play clock back to 40, and so time will expire, and the Raiders will win this one 49-0, moving to 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in conference. Less than 10 seconds, handshakes already. Good sportsmanship being shown out there by the guys. Nettleton shaking the hands of Paragould. You can bet our guys, they got a big win, but they have respect for their opponents, and that's what you like to see.
And, you know, and you got to give Paragould respect. So the kids played hard. What they ended up getting them is, you know, a few mistakes here and there, but also the lack of depth. And they were coached hard. They played hard.
No doubt about it. Nettleton, however, gets the win by the final of 49-0. We will take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we will have the post-game show brought to you by Real Estate Nate. We'll also name the JOSM player of the game. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, call Nate Lipsky. That's Real Estate Nate at 261-3927. The JOSM player of the game is brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game for more than 40 years. So 3-minute break, and we'll have the post-game show brought to you by Real Estate Nate. Raiders win this one 49-0, move to 6-0 on the year. Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Grill is once again a proud supporter of the A-State Red Wolves. Make J-Town's Grill your after-game destination to celebrate another Red Wolves victory. And don't forget to come back for Sunday brunch and catch the NFL games on the big screens at J-Town's. Everything from appetizers, salads and sandwiches to burgers and wraps, all at J-Town's Grill, with indoor and outdoor seating and live music. J-Town's Grill on Johnson, right across from Centennial Bank Stadium. Check out their menu at jtownsgrill.com and like them on Facebook.
First Community Bank believes that community is everything. Our promise to stand by our customers is important in the good times, but even more important in the hard times too. As economic recovery begins, we want you to know that we are here for you. We will keep loaning money, financing homes, helping small business, and supporting this community. Banking local is more important than ever. We invite you to make the switch to First Community Bank, your local community bank.
First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Offer of credit subject to credit approval.
Empower. High-speed internet for your neck of the woods delivered by Craighead Electric. Empower is local. Empower is reliable. Empower is affordable. Empower is super fast broadband. Empower is customer service that puts you in power. We are here for you. 870-336-0999. Empower, bringing you the information you need more quickly and conveniently than ever before. We are Empower, delivered by Craighead Electric. Call and talk to us today at 870-336-0999. High-speed internet from Empower. Internet for your neck of the woods.
Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro is by far the largest appliance showroom in Northeast Arkansas, which means more selections than ever before. Right now, a new shipment of name brand in-the-box inventory has just arrived at Tucker's. Come check it out. Tucker's also offers full factory warranties, free local delivery, and financing at 0% interest. Shop Tucker's Appliance Superstore now at 923 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
Tucker's Appliance.
What a horrible call! What's the matter with you, ref? You seriously need some glasses.
Honey, that's the mascot.
Oh, guess I need glasses too.
Elite Eye Care can help fans and officials alike. 1000 Windover Road in Jonesboro and 1515 West Kings Highway in Paragould. Schedule today at EliteEyeCareAndOptical.com or call 972-6040. That's 972-6040. Elite Eye Care. Your vision is our focus.
It's a mix and match special now at Jonesboro area Domino's Pizzas. Choose any two for $5.99 each, like a medium two-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, an oven-baked sandwich, salad, bread twist, marbled brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for your whole gang. The mix and match special. Get any two for only $5.99 each at your Jonesboro area Domino's Pizzas.
And we welcome you back to Paragould High School, where Nettleton has defeated Paragould by the score of 49-0. We welcome you to the Real Estate Nate postgame show, brought to you by Nate Lipsky. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, call Nate Lipsky. That's Real Estate Nate at 261-3927. Mr. David Shipman, the principal at Nettleton High School, has been kind enough to be our analyst for the game. And Coach Shipman, that's about as good as you could expect from the Raiders tonight.
You know, it really is. It's when you come in and you know that Paragould's kind of got their daubers down a little bit, and you've got to come in and take care of business. It's you don't want to give them momentum. We kind of gave them a little bit of confidence there, but you got to tip your hat to them. They came out and played hard like anybody's ever coached against Michael Slos's teams know they're going to do.
Absolutely. They definitely hung with the Raiders for a quarter, and they made a very good drive there in their first offensive drive. You got to give them credit. They played hard here on homecoming, but these Nettleton Raiders just too much for them tonight. They win the game 49-0. We'll tell you who the Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine's player of the game is here in just a second. Right now, let's recap the game. Nettleton got on the board first immediately. It took them all of 26 seconds. They got the opening kickoff. 2 plays later, they put the ball in the end zone. It was keyed by a huge reception to the tight end, DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ Willis. What you talking about, Willis? He got the ball down to the 4-yard line. Kobe Bradley did the rest, a 4-yard dive into the end zone, made the score 7-0 after a Joseph Newhung point after kick. And then, again, Kobe Bradley, 69-yard run in the fourth quarter with 2:12 remaining, made the score 14-0. Nettleton led 14-0 going into the second quarter. On the very first play from scrimmage in the second quarter, Cameron Scarlett, the All-State senior quarterback, 64-yard touchdown strike to downtown Jaden Brown. Joseph Newhung booted the PAT right through the uprights, making the score 21-0 with 11:48 remaining in the first half. And then, once again, Kobe Bradley scored his third touchdown of the game, a 5-yard run with 5:21. It made the score 27-0. That PAT attempt was no good. So the Raiders went into the half with a 27-0 lead. Third quarter, more of the same. The Raiders score first with 7:51 remaining in the third quarter. Cameron Scarlett hit DJ Willis with a 34-yard touchdown pass. Now, that is unofficial. I believe it was a 34-yard pass, but it was a great pass. And, Coach, that was a difficult catch and a good run by DJ Willis after the catch.
Very difficult catch. I had to reach back behind him and down low below his knees at full stride. You know, he's full speed ahead and has to do that. I don't know if we could have done that, Mr. Miller.
I don't think we could. I'm glad we're up here talking about the game rather than out there having to execute like that.
You know, I'm a better athlete up here just like I'm a better coach.
That's right. We can we're definitely, I think we found our niche up here.
Oh, yeah.
But DJ Willis put the ball into the end zone, and that made the score 35-0. Actually, that made the score 33-0. Nettleton elected to go for a 2-point conversion, and that made the score 35-0. Now, you would think that's unsportsmanlike. Why are you going for 2 if you're up 33-0? But actually, that was a sportsmanlike move, Coach.
That is a sportsmanlike, because what you do, you get it in the mercy rule. You get the time going. It helps injuries not occur, because if you keep going and the game is prolonged, who knows in a game like this what could happen.
That made the score 35-0. The turbo clock ran from then on in. Nettleton didn't stop, though. The backup quarterback, Curtis Smith, came in, and he scored on a 57-yard tough touchdown run in the third quarter with 4:20. That made the score 42-0. Turbo clock kept on running. Nettleton got the ball again, and again, number 27, Curtis Smith. I believe it was a 27-yard run that he punched it into the end zone with 9:02 remaining in the game or thereabouts. Turbo clock running. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly when that was, but it was in the fourth quarter, and it made the score 49-0, and that was your final score. Coach, we've been given the task of naming the JOSM, Jonesboro Orthopedic and Sports Medicine's Player of the Game. JOSM has been getting you back in the game for more than 40 years, and they bring you the JOSM Player of the Game. Boy, we've got some good options here. You know, Cameron Scarlett had 2 touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, one to downtown Jaden Brown, one to DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ Willis. Curtis Smith comes in as a backup quarterback and just shows off, puts the ball in the end zone 2 times. Both of those guys would definitely be good options, but we've decided to give the JOSM Player of the Game award to Raider running back Kobe Bradley. He had a heck of a game tonight, Coach.
Great game, and made some, great runs after being hit. Long runs, just didn't give up, hit the hole hard, moved through there, helped the Raiders, go to 6-0.
Sure did. 3 touchdowns for Kobe Bradley. He is your JOSM Player of the Game. Over 137 yards rushing. We don't have official stats up here, and we'll get those to you. Raider Nation, we'll get those to you. It'll be just follow our social media, and we'll get those to you. But we do know he scored 3 touchdowns, and we didn't give this guy the Player of the Game award. But if we were giving out a Defensive Player of the Game award, I would say big number 90, Jordan Pegram.
Yeah, disruption on the line all night long. Coming through during halftime while you and Mr. Carter were talking, I went down to the concession area, talked to his dad. I said, hey, they're doubling, tripling your boy all night long. And he said, well, they got to try to stop him somehow, and it still didn't work.
That's exactly right. Big number 90 imposed his will and stifled the Paragould offense, as he's done all year long. We've said this numerous times during the broadcast. Football games are won or lost right there in the trenches at the line of scrimmage, and Jordan Pegram and the defensive line, they definitely won the battle tonight.
They dictated what Paragould could and couldn't do. I think that's probably why Paragould came out trying to throw a little more, because they knew that running the ball against this defensive line was going to be extremely difficult.
So the Raiders moved to 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in conference. Next week we will be taking on the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles. It's going to be homecoming. We're celebrating 125 years of Nettleton Public Schools. We're going to welcome alumni from every decade where we still have a living alumni, from the 50s, from the 60s, from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. We sound like a radio station. The 80s, 90s, and today. We sound like Bob FM, 80s and 90s and whatever. But we're going to have a huge crowd next Friday night. We hope that you join us for an always tough match. Greene County Tech always plays us tough, and after last year, they beat us last year, Coach. It's time for a little bit of revenge.
It is, and one thing about Tech, since I've been at Nettleton, they will play us hard. It doesn't matter what the records are for either team coming in. There have been a lot of upsets in this game when the team that probably was the better team didn't win the game. And so, yeah, we're going to have to be ready, going to have our attitudes right and ready to get out there and perform and work.
And that's next Friday night. So, Raider Nation, we need you to be there. We need you to be loud. We need you to be proud to be a Raider, because this Nettleton teams, they're fun to watch. If you haven't seen them live yet, get out and watch them. There's nothing like football Friday night under the lights. It's going to be a special night. Homecoming next Friday night. Make sure that you're there. We're going to bring you all the action here on the Bob FM 94.1 and Nettleton Television. Make sure you close out your night. If you're just now joining us, Nettleton won this game 49-0. But close out your night with the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Lights scoreboard show. My good friend Will Oswalt is over there right now on 95.3 The Ticket, 95.3. He's got all the scores. As soon as they go final, he's going to be talking with coaches and broadcasters around the area. Who knows? He may even have me and David Shipman on the show tonight. He'd really be scraping the bottom of the barrel if he got us, I'm afraid. But
especially me.
No, you did a great job tonight. Your broadcasting debut, was it everything you hoped it would be?
It's like I told you earlier, I used to get butterflies before games when I was a player and a coach, and I had them before on this. Not really sure what to expect, but I've really enjoyed it. It's as good as being down on the field coaching.
I love it. Well, you did a great job. Thank you so much for filling in for me. Andy Shatley, our normal color analyst. He was watching his daughter do something tonight. She was in a play, I believe. So I scolded him for putting his family in front of Raider football, but I understand that totally, and I really appreciate you filling in. For Coach Shipman, for Brady Wade, for Brandon Troutman, for Caleb Andrews, for the man himself, Blake Isbell, the director of the broadcast, I'm Craig Miller. Thank you so much for tuning in to Raider football tonight. The Raiders moved to 6-0 with a 49-0 win over the Paragould Rams. We'll do it again next Friday night at home, homecoming against Greene County Tech. Hope that you can join us then. Good night, everybody. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
You've been listening to Nettleton Raider football on 94.1 Bob FM. This has been a presentation of the EAB Sports Network.